Mic test. 1, 2, 3. Mic test. Boom. Oh, my headphone cord stuck in the drawer. That's not good. When you and I were last together, we were talking about bandits. I can't believe we got hit by the bandit again. I really need to fix this chair one of these days. I'm thinking about buying a new chair. Like, I like this chair, but, like, this is ridiculous. It is so squeaky. I have to literally, like, sit still for it to shut up. It's so bad. I feel like there's already a pretty decent amount of people. You're gonna watch this and then take a shower. This is probably gonna be like 4 hours long. You might want to shower first. This might be longer than 4 hours. We'll see. Alright, I think I had it set up in PC gaming? PC gaming? Gaming! Alright. That might be too loud. Oh, you know what? That's definitely too loud? Because I have the desktop audio, like, cranked up right now. Oh, no, I don't, because I have it muted. Never mind. Okay. Let me restart this. Okay, I'm gonna set it like right there. Let me know if the background music's too loud or too quiet. Alright, welcome to the official Sakura Wiz starters tier list. So what is a Pokemon starter? I guess is the question we have to answer first, right? So to me, a Pokemon starter is typically a grass, fire, or water type that you get at the start of the game, right? So you boot up the game, the professor's getting assaulted by Zigzagoons, and then you're like, oh, I know, I'll save him with Trico. And then you lose to Zigzagoon. Okay, you probably don't lose to Zigzagoon, but I don't know who else Trico's beating. AKA first partner Pokemon. Oh yeah, so I should say, I guess, that officially these are called first partner Pokemon. They're starter Pokemon. I don't know who decided that they're called first partner Pokemon. Starter Pokemon is so much snappier. But anyways, so you might notice some outliers on this list. First and foremost, the mascot of the series, Pikachu here. What is Pikachu doing on this list? Well, it might surprise you that you actually do start a game with Pikachu. More than once? This is a very special Eevee, along with this very special Pikachu that we will talk about later. And then we have 5 of the 8? Yeah, 8 Eevee evolutions on this list. I actually need to organize the list, hold on. Because you actually do use the Eeveelutions as your starter in a amazing game for the Nintendo GameCube. I'm sure people love it. XD Gale of Darkness and Coliseum for a handful of them. Okay, let me see. Is that organized correctly? We'll put Espeon and Umbreon above these ones because you get them earlier. I think besides that, everybody's in order. That's right! The Pikachu from Pokemon Go. What a great starter. In Pokemon Go, I would probably recommend catching Charmander. And you might be wondering why? That's because fire types are really rare in Go. So in Go, when you like boot up the game for the first time, you get a choice between Bulbasaur. Don't do Bulbasaur, grass types are super common. Charmander, probably do Charmander. Squirtle, okay choice. And Pikachu? Pikachu is like available in every single event in the game. Don't pick Pikachu. But anyways, enough about disgusting mobile cash grab spin-off games. We'll get to those later. Anyway, so a starter Pokemon, you get them at the beginning of the game. Typically it's a grass, fire, water core, and they evolve twice, and they typically have balanced stats. For example, let me show you Venusaur's stats. And this might surprise you because Venusaur is a good Pokemon. This isn't impressive, right? I mean, I've definitely seen better. Oh yeah, how could we forget the beefy res stat? I don't think I have res loaded over here. I should load res. Hold on. Media source. Add existing. Where's res? Where's res? There it is.
Foul sorceries.
Foul sorceries. Bulbasaur is the best starter at losing to blue in the lab. Aw, the lab men stay winning. Alright, so I think that's enough preamble. I guess I'll take requests for background music as we talk about every single starter. As long as it's something that's not gonna get me copyrighted. But, probably need like some nice Kanto music for the Kanto boys, right? Which ones are regional birds? No. I don't think I have any Pokemon music on my BGM playlist. My request is not FB8. Alright, we'll put, Viridian City? Okay. Oh my lord, I cannot type. Viridian City theme. There we go. Comfy vibes. Oh, it wants me to play the anime version. We probably want Heart Gold, Soul Silver, right? Oh yeah, this is good. Yeah, good music. Alright, so starting off our starter Pokemon adventure. It's Bulbasaur. It's not going in C tier, I'm just moving it. We'll put it like right here for now. So Bulbasaur is, I'm on the road to Viridian City. Bulbasaur is one of the few starters to actually start out as a dual type. And you'll notice it's literally the first Pokemon, right? No competition for that, I'm sure. It has the Overgrow ability, which you're gonna be seeing a lot today. And Chlorophyll. I think this is the only starter with Chlorophyll. And what Chlorophyll does is this like mediocre 45 speed stat. Number one, this gets helped with EVs. So you get more EVs, that'll boost that stat. But it also just gets doubled by Chlorophyll. But it does have to be sunny. And I mean, you're a grass type, so you die in sun, right? Well, let me disprove that. You think we died a flamethrower?
Foul sorceries.
What is Charizard gonna do? 100 res, baby! So I think... I don't know if there's a way for me to check the Gen 1 stats, but I think in Generation 1, Venusaur had a 100 special stat, and then it got split into 100-100. So Venusaur literally didn't lose in the Generation 2 special split. There's a lot of losers in that split, by the way. Oh, it tells me changelog right here. Okay, so in Generation 1, it had a special stat of 100. We already talked about that. In Generations 1 through 4, it had a base experience yield of 208. And in Generations 2 to 7, it had a base friendship value of 70. It only has 82 base attacks, so I doubt you're using return anyways. If only Bulbasaur could have been the Gen 2 grass starter again. Oh, we'll talk about the Gen 2 grass starter. So, these are Venusaur's moves. You'll notice level 9 Leech Seed. I think you get this earlier as Bulbasaur, I could be wrong. And you can combo the Leech Seed. Where is it? It does still get Toxic. You can combo it with Toxic for instant death. For anyone who doesn't know, the incremental timer of Toxic in Generation 1 counts with the Leech Seed damage. So after, I think, maybe like 4 or 5 turns, your Leech Seed Toxic combo basically will just suck all of the health out of your opponent. And I mean, you can't die because you're sucking them, right? What other moves do you get? Sleep Powder, that's pretty good. Notably past Generation 6? I think grass types are immune to powder moves. So for Venusaur, that means when going up against enemy grass, your Poison Powder and Sleep Powder fail. What other moves are on here? Power Whip, you'd never use that. Solar Beam, lol. Petal Blizzard, Lamau. From TMs, what do you get? I'm looking for special moves here. Grass Knot's okay. Giga Drain, suck 'em! Energy Ball, hey! Earth Power, that's a good coverage move. Sludge Bomb, weirdly enough, Sludge Bomb is your best poison move. Despite being a poison type, the only poison move you learn is Poison Powder, which sucks. And I don't mean like Giga Drain sucking, I mean like no one uses Poison Powder. This move is awful. Venoshock is actually okay on defensive sets. Grass Pledge is kind of useless, but I mean it's 80 power. Earthquake you would use if you didn't get Earth Power. Frenzy Plant for a little while was Venusaur's signature move. Sort of. So in Fire Red and Leaf Green, when you, I think it's in the Sevi Islands, you can tutor Frenzy Plant, Blast Burn, and Hydro Cannon? Yeah, on the Generation 1 starters. And they're all Hyper Beam clones. Ew. What else do you get? Leaf Storm's okay. Hyper Beam is disgusting. Everything it's Terra Blast, so whatever. Solar Beam combos well with your Synthesis. Your Chlorophyll. You do learn Synthesis, but Toxic, Instant Death. Weather Ball pairs really well with Chlorophyll because you get Fire-type Weather Ball. And this number right here is a lie. Weather Ball is 100 base power. And it gets the Sun Weather Boost. I think that's really it on moves. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Is there anything for... oh! Huh, look at this! It gets early Razor Leaf. Effect. Razor Leaf deals damage and has an increased crit ratio. 1 out of 8 instead of 1 in 24. It used to be a special move. Oh, if you're holding Gracium Z, it turns into Bloom Doom and has a base power of 100. I don't know why you would ever use Gracium Z on this move when it does 110 base power of damage every hit. Let me explain. So, in Generation 1, every single high crit move, crit. And this is because of a quirk with speed mechanics. So Venusaur is like fast enough at base 80, right? So you're going to be outspeeding a lot of enemies, especially with Generation 1 stat experience. So you outspeed your opponent, and it calculates your critical hit rate off of your speed. So if you're really quick, you crit. Now this combos with Razor Leaf being a high crit move, so that it basically is always double damage. Not only is it double damage, but you get the stab bonus from it being a grass type move. So effectively, this is basically Frenzy Plant, right? Another thing you can kind of talk about in Generation 1 as far as Venusaur goes is it does get growth early. And that doesn't sound very exciting, but keep in mind that +1 special attack in Generation 1 was a Calm Mind. So, like, not only do you buff your base 100 special stat even further, you also activate the... Oh yeah, I should show the Generation 1 moveset. 1 second. Man, this song is good. Good recommendation, Hisoa. Okay, so these are the moves you're going to be working with. Oh, well, this is Venusaur, right? Let's look at Bulbasaur. Okay, Generation 1. Here we go. So you get... It's still kind of late on growth. So I guess growth isn't that notable. But you do get pretty early Grass Stab and Vine Whip. And then you get Razor Leaf. Because Vine Whip's probably the last move you're learning as Bulbasaur. And then when does Ivysaur get moves? Does it get growth at a reasonable level? 32 to Venusaur. $38 growth. So you actually pick up growth pretty late. I don't know if growth really counts that much, but I'll talk about it anyways, because this will be relevant for at least Blastoise. Any stat boosting move in Generation 1 is basically an Omni Boost because of the badge boost glitch, where anytime your stats are modified, so if the enemy uses Growl on you, your stats go up. Because you get boosts from every odd badge. So I think you get like defense from Brock. I know you get special from Blaine. And I forget what the other ones are. I think Surge is speed. And then you get I guess, attack from Koga? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. But, I mean, it would have to be that, right? Anyways, growth is pretty good, but you get it pretty late. Sleep powder's broken. So Generation 1 sleep is really bad. Really bad. It's basically instant death. Because it takes forever to wake up. And what are you doing to your opponent while they're snoozing? Beating the life out of them. But most of the time you just want to use Razor Leaf, right? So probably I would recommend your moveset of choice be, like, probably Leech Seed and Vine Whip early. And, yeah, start leafing them at level 30. And then, definitely pick up Sleep Powder, and then probably, like, Body Slam, and... please tell me Venusaur learns more TMs? This moveset's looking pretty barren. What do we have here? You learn Cut. Oh, thank Lord. Wow, so you actually get... So growth is level 43. Sleep Powder 55. The game is probably over before you learn Sleep Powder. I mean, Sword Stance is kind of okay, but you're mostly going to be using special grass moves. Yeah, probably the only TM I'd recommend is maybe Body Slam. So your moveset of choice is probably going to be like Razor Leaf, Leech Seed, Growth, and Sleep Powder. Now this sounds pretty bad, but keep in mind that with Auto Crit Razor Leaf, you're basically killing everything. I think that's about all I have to say about Venusaur in-game. It's definitely a little worse in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I guess we can look at Fire Red, Leaf Green moveset, right? Does it get any noticeable improvements? Gen 1 boosting is bad on Bulbasaur since it crits. That's true. So any critical hits you do, ignore your stat boosts in Generation 1. I forgot about that. So you actually don't want the growth boosts. Hyper Beam is a decent choice. It's a decent choice, but I wouldn't waste your Hyper Beam TM on it. I would use it on like a... probably either a normal type or just a really strong physical attacker. Probably Nidoking, yeah. The only noticeable difference here is you get earlier Sleep Powder. Razor Leaf and Fire Red and Leaf Green is noticeably worse because this uses not quite modern day crit mechanics, but close enough. Crits still do double damage, but it just has like a flat crit rate of, I believe, 1 in 8. Instead of basing its critical hit rate off of your speed. You do get more HM moves. So at the very least, your starter can be your HM mule, I guess. Oh, this is Ruby Sapphire. Hold on. Oh, it's pretty much the same moveset. Okay, never mind. We'll refresh that. As far as TMs in Fire Red Leaf Green, nothing too exciting here. Sludge Bomb is good for poison coverage. What do you need poison coverage for? Well, I guess it's Poison Stab, but besides it being a stab move, what are you using this for? If you have a like 83 base attack, just special move them. Earthquake is kind of okay. Oh, it's post-game too? Yeah, don't use Sludge Bomb. Alright, there are a couple forms we have to talk about. So first off is Mega Venusaur. So probably my biggest complaint with base Venusaur is... Do I have a complaint with base Venusaur? I don't know, I guess it could be a little bulkier, right?
Foul sorceries.
I mean, I guess that's an improvement, huh? So, Mega Venusaur is definitely supposed to be a wall. You get Thick Fat, which basically means fire and ice go from a weakness to a not a resistance, but a complete neutrality, which is pretty nice. Fire moves and ice moves are really common, and they tend to hit you on your better special defense stat. You get a boost to attack, you're probably not going to use that. And your defense goes way up, which is nice since you're a defensive mon. And then obviously you go from base 100 to base 122 special. That's nice, but you're mostly using this on defense. And then obviously you get all the same moves as regular Venusaur. So I kind of talked about it earlier, but this Venusaur you would use in competitive as a wall. I think it unironically has had Uber's niches, right? Because it can just tank random hits from stuff. Probably don't use this against Kyogre, but you can probably 1v1 Groudon. Oh yeah, it's a massive Xerneas check, because it has this really good special defense, and it resists... Yeah, it does resist Fairy. So you can take on the gigantic threat of Geomancy Xerneas with this. As far as base Venusaur, these like kind of fine stats are kind of a lie. Because like I said earlier, this gets doubled by Chlorophyll. And not even the base 80 because it's plus EVs, right? So this is actually, I think, the best Chlorophyll user in the series, right? Has anyone rivaled Venusaur? And if you don't want to use it as a Chlorophyll sweeper, like this bulk and typing are good enough to use as a defensive wall without the Mega Stone. Like throw a Black Sludge on here, give it Toxic Leech Seed, and you're good to go! I would say with all of that in mind, S tier! It's Bulbasaur! I don't think there's a single game where you get Bulbasaur early where Bulbasaur is useless. And then in competitive, Bulbasaur is also really helpful. This is definitely one of the best grass types of all time. And this is only the first one we've talked about. Uh-oh! I'm sure the next grass type we talk about will be just as good. But of course, there's a balanced type chart in Pokemon, right? Oh yeah, I should mention, thank you Ash, it is Kanto's easy mode. So a lot of Pokemon games, you can kind of think of the starters as difficulty choices. Because for some reason, this over 20-year-old series still doesn't have a difficulty slider. Thanks, Game Freak. So Bulbasaur in Generation 1 is basically your easy mode, because you can mull over the early game with Grass Stab, and then late game with Razor Leaf. Charmander here. Well, let's talk about him. Charmander, the lizard Pokemon. So, your options are Blaze. We'll be seeing Blaze a lot today. And Solar Power. Kind of an interesting ability. We got one in Black and White too. It was bugged, but definitely harder. Yeah, the Black and White 2 challenge mode is pretty fun. It's a shame they only did it once. So Charmander has either Blaze or Solar Power. Solar Power is definitely a little better than Blaze, but I wouldn't say it's great. Solar Power is basically the offensive boost version of like sun weather abilities. You would probably compare this with Sand Force. The big difference being Sand Force doesn't make you lose 1/8 of its maximum HP every turn. Oh! Yeah, this is definitely worse than Chlorophyll. I do kind of like that it's on Helioptile and Heliolisk. Interesting Pokemon. You can run these guys in either sun, sand, or rain. They're like the ultimate Weathermon. It's a shame they suck. Life Orb Charizard with Solar Power and Stealth Rock. Oh! Solar Power is sad because it eats into your bulk, which is lowered because of rocks. Everyone wants to talk about Stealth Rock already. We'll get to it. So, honestly, we looked at Bulbasaur's stats earlier. Charmander's pretty good off the get-go. What was its... It had a base special of 50. Okay, so that's not quite as good in Gen 1, but I mean 50 is still pretty good for the early game. And in more modern games, when you get Charmander, it has a 60 special attack. That's not bad. And you're definitely outspeeding like everything early with 65 speed. Let's check out the moves. These are its Gen 1 level up moves. Level 9 Ember. It's kinda nice. Rage, you're never using that. Slash is not as good as Razor Leaf because unfortunately it's not a stab move, but it's not bad. You do have decent attack as a Charizard. Let's see, when do you get Slash as Charmeleon? So you evolve at 36. You get Slash at 24. So you are slashing as Charmeleon. And you do... Oh, wait, no, this isn't... This is modern. 33. Okay, so you do get it before you evolve. Then you also get level up Flamethrower. Fire Spin is too late to worry about. But if it got Fire Spin earlier, this would be broken. Fire Spin is so busted in Gen 1. It basically locks you in where you can do nothing but switch. All you can do is switch out. Okay, and then we'll look at Charizard. Wow, the Flame Pokemon! Wow, 109 special attack, 100 speed? 84 attack is like okay. In Generation 1, Charizard had a base special stat of 85. So it has 85, 84 mixed offenses. Oh. Well, let's look at the moves. Let's look at the moves. Maybe it gets something else? Nope, these are the same level up moves as Charmeleon. Anything good by TM? You get Sword Stance. The problem with Sword Stance is you're really only using coverage moves. So you can like Sword Stance and Body Slam, or Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is actually okay on Charizard. Fly is not in its learn set in Red and Blue. So it does learn Fly in Yellow. It's its only flying stab, by the way. Your flying type in Red and Blue is straight downside. I just got a ping in the chat. I see you, and I was about to say it, so thank you for pointing it out, but the flying type on Charizard in Gen 1 is absolute downside. Because not only do you get 0 flying moves, you get all of the weaknesses of being a flying type. Which means electric weakness, 4 times rock weakness. And you might notice this is empty, right? Yeah, not in Gen 1. In Gen 1, you took ×2 damage from ice moves. The ice resistance to fire, or fire's resistance to ice, sorry, was added in Generation 2. And you also didn't have the steel type or the fairy type, so your offensive advantage here didn't matter. So really, the big advantage of Charizard being a flying type is it's immune to ground. But literally every single ground type in Gen 1 is a rock type. Except for, like, Nidoking and Nidoqueen, who probably have a rock move anyways. Sad. I will say that Charizard isn't... Oh yeah, and Sandslash, who sucks. And, Cubone's evolution. Marowak, which sucks. Agent Ash in the chat says, as someone whose favorite Mon is Charizard, Charizard sucks. Yeah. I will say, which I didn't really mention Bulbasaur in X and Y, Charizard in X and Y gets a massive glow up. So in X and Y, you kind of get 2 sets of starters? Gee, how come Sycamore lets you get 2 starters? And, depending on the version you pick, you either get access to Mega Charizard X with the Tough Claws, or Mega Charizard Y with the Drought! So we'll look at X first. Wow! Oh man, bulky, not slow, mixed attacker. I guess it's not a Hoenmon. 100 speed is very good. 100 attack is fantastic. 100 special attack's fantastic. My only complaint here is, where's the res? But I mean, like, what are you taking damage from? It says you have a ×2 ground weakness, but remember, you start as Charizard, so you at least have 1 free turn where no one's earthquaking you. Like, if someone's earthquaking a Charizard, they're stupid. Now, the problem with this 140 special here is the only ability you have access to as Mega Charizard X is Tough Claws. Now, Tough Claws is fantastic. I believe you get a 50% boost on any contact move. It might be a 30% boost, I might be lying. But, like, you get a lot of contact moves as Charizard. Does anyone have another music request? We've done 30 minutes of Viridian City. Mega Charizard X is probably going to be using contact moves. Silphco? Okay. Silphco theme. Silphco theme. Which version do we want to do? National Park? We'll do that when we get to the Lab Man anthem. Alright, there we go. Let me know if this is too loud. But anyways, so you get a lot of Tough Claw boosted moves. Just from level up, you get Dragon Claw, you get Fire Fang, you get Slash, I think is a contact move. You get Flare Blitz, it's loud. That's probably good, right? Is that good? Oh, now it's too quiet. How about there? Is that good? Anyways, so as you can see, you get a lot of contact moves. Acrobatics makes contact, but you're holding a Mega Stone. Flame Charge, Brick Break, Shadow Claw, Body Slam, Elemental Punches. Rock Slide doesn't make contact. Unfortunate. Crunch. Now, you will run Earthquake on your Mega Charizard. Unfortunately, it's not a contact move. I think Outrage is, but you probably don't want to use Outrage. It gets Heat Crash? I didn't know that. No, I think Temper Flare makes contact. But anyway, so you do get a ton of really good physical contact moves, and you also get... Where is it? Where is it? Is it by Egg? I'm not crazy. It gets Dragon Dance, right? Oh, it's by TM. You get Dragon Dance. So what you would do with Mega Charizard X is Dragon Dance, and then use your Tough Claw boosted 130 base attack to destroy things. Really good, but not as good as Charizard Y. Oh yeah, you need to sort... That's true, I do need to show the Gen 6 moves for the starters. I don't think I said anything about Charizard X that changes it, but... So, for Charizard Y, you get access to the Drought ability, which is really good. Drought basically boosts Sun moves, weakens Water moves, and it has some other, like, more niche effects. It activates Solar Beam in one turn, so you probably do want to run Solar Beam on this. You also get Air Slash, which is pretty good. You get Flame Burst at level 32, but once you get Flamethrower, just use that. And you get Heat Waves for doubles. Charizard Y is really good in doubles because it sets Sun and can also do a lot of damage with Heat Wave. I don't know if X has a doubles niche. It might. We don't need to look at transfer moves. You get like all the same TM moves as regular Charizard, so pretty good stuff. Probably my recommendation for like in-game Charizard Y would be like your special fire move of choice, Solar Beam, and then probably like random coverage moves and Air Slash. Air Slash is like the best flying move you get, unfortunately. Charizard does later get Hurricane. The problem with Hurricane especially on Charizard Y, is I'm pretty sure its accuracy gets cut by drought. And even if its accuracy isn't cut by drought, it's only 70% accurate. It's 100% accurate in rain, but you're a fire type. What are you doing? But anyways, Charizard Y has drought and 159 special attack. So this thing's really good. I don't know why they gave it 104 physical attack. I guess they just needed to dump the stats somewhere. I probably would have rather seen more in speed. But I mean, this thing's broken enough, right? And how could we ignore
Foul sorcery.
115 special defense? What's Blastoise gonna do? X is better in a singles vacuum, Y for doubles. X doesn't have the Rock Slide weakness, but it's also EQ weak. That's true. Earthquake is good in doubles. And Rock Slide is really good in doubles. Did we look at Mega Venusaur? Yeah, we did. There just wasn't a lot to talk about with Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur is just a really straightforward wall Pokemon. Like, basically all you're doing with Mega Venusaur is using, like, Toxic Leech Seed and Suckin' moves. So anyways, I would say Charmander has a really good competitive history. I believe it was OU in Gen 2. And then, it did rise up again during... It was OU in Gen 3? Oh, okay. And then, I think in Gen 8, it gained relevance again with, like, Sun teams with solar power. And then, of course, in Gen 6, it has the Megas. Don't forget about Leon. I did forget some forms. They're not listed on here, which is really inconvenient. Guess I need to go to, like, Bulbapedia. G-Max, Charizard. So, Charizard does get access to a G-Max form. Here it is, G-Max Charizard. The ace of Champion Leon. 91 feet tall. And has G-Max Wildfire. I wonder if this move's good. G-Max Wildfire, in Japanese, Kyuda Hellfire, is a damage-dealing Fire-type G-Max move introduced in Generation 8. So its power varies, depending on the move you learn. So I guess if you use Blast Burn, it does 150 power? Am I reading this right? I think so. So you would use Blast Burn. So, 150 power special fire move. And then it basically traps you in Magma Storm. By the way, this hits both opponents. Doesn't it? I think it hits both opponents, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think the attack hits one opponent, and then like the Magma Storm hits both. I could be wrong. It hits one and affects both. Okay, that's what I thought. Incredible max move. I think unironically, G-Max Charizard is the strongest Gigantamax move. Gigantamax move. I think it's the strongest Gigantamax Pokemon. Just based on, like, competitive prowess. I think this was the best in VGC. And then, like, singles banned all of these ridiculous monsters, so... So anyways, overall, like... Charizard X... OU. Charizard Y, OU. Banned. I guess we do need to talk about G-Max Venusaur. I'll go back and talk about it. I don't think it's gonna change anything for Venusaur, but we'll talk about it. So this is G-Max Venusaur. Amazing. What a great design. They just made the flower like a big floppy hat. G-Max Vine Lash. You can get a 90 power Vine Lash off of Absorb. So this does the exact same thing as Charizard's move. You'd want to use it with Frenzy Plant. And, I mean, it's a grass move. So, I mean, you can use this. It's... G-Max Vine Lash. In Japanese, Kyuda Whipping! Kyuda Whipping! Now watch me whip! What a great move! Yeah, these also were locked away behind the $30 DLC. No thanks. I would say overall for Charmander, it definitely has a very good competitive history. Especially on Sun teams. Sometimes where it is the star of the sun, right? Like literally setting the sun for the team and abusing the sun. But like... I don't know, A tier? So there's one thing about Charmander we haven't talked about yet. Which is Stealth Rock. Stealth Rocks are everywhere. And they deal half HP damage to Charizard because of its unfortunate Fire-Flying dual type. I think this is maybe the only starter where its dual type just constantly lets it down. I can't think of any other starter that's like, man, my secondary typing just makes me horrible. Except for Charmander. The flying typing is so bad on it. You don't get any stab. You would give it top of B. Zard hates rocks and has never been that good. Also, what is bad in XY? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's going down. And someone would say low A. We'll say top of B for right now. Charmander is... I think it's a good Pokemon. The problem with Charmander is it's a fire-flying type in a game all about setting entry hazards. And the best entry hazard absolutely destroys it. Definitely better in doubles, but there's so many better fire options in doubles. There's so many better fire options in doubles. We'll get to them. Alright. Just one starter to go. The water element sign. Say hello to water. This is the water type. It has Torrent. You'll be seeing a lot of Torrent today. And Rain Dish. Rain Dish is fine.
Foul sorcery.
What is Venusaur gonna do? So, Squirtle and the entire Squirtle family are definitely defensive Pokemon. Is this base 50 its special stat in Gen 1? Yeah, it had a base special of 50. So, I mean, your offenses are fine. What moves did you get? I mean, you get Bubble, you get Water Gun a little later. Torrent! Yar! Withdraw? This is the first Pokemon we're talking about where having a stat boosting move actually matters, because Blastoise probably isn't abusing the Gen 1 crit mechanics. I mean, it might with stat XP, and its speed is like okay, but you don't have a crit abusing move. So I mean, you just start withdrawing, and then you crit them with your Hydro Pump. Or don't crit them. You just have a really strong Hydro Pump. Don't crit. Are there any other exciting moves as it levels up? Probably not, right? What does Blastoise get? Yeah, all the same moves. I guess we should talk about Skull Bash, right? So Skull Bash is the signature move of Blastoise in Gen 1. It's just bad Hyper Beam. So it does 100 physical damage, but it's a charge move. So on turn 1, you kind of duck your head in. You're supposed to be like going into your shell, right? Can Totodile be Gangplank Galleon? Sure. So you like duck your head in, right? Boost your defense, and then turn 2, yeah, you smack them with 100 base physical damage. Normal. Ew. I think I'd rather use Mega Kick or Mega Punch. Actually, I'd use Body Slam. Come on and slam! So definitely the best thing about Blastoise is that it's the water element symbol. So it uses Surf, 95 power, 100 accurate, and you get it like mid-game. So I mean, you just surf everything. Strength is like okay if you really need it to be your HM mule, but I would probably use Body Slam over it. And then, oh look at that, you learn Ice Beam and Gen 1 Blizzard. Blizzard in Gen 1 is basically an auto kill move. So it's 120 power, 90 accuracy, and I believe in the Japanese versions it had a 30% freeze chance. It got nerfed down to 10%. Even if you don't freeze your opponent, this is 120 power ice damage. And if you freeze your opponent's dead. What are they doing? They're not doing anything. They're frozen. The only way to thaw out in Gen 1, I believe, is you click a fire move, and then it'll thaw you, or you click, what's that move called? Mist? No, Haze, right? I'm pretty sure Haze clears it. Why are you clicking Haze? As far as other moves you might use, Dig is definitely good early on, and you can upgrade to Earthquake. So my moveset of choice would probably be like Dig or Earthquake, Ice Beam or Blizzard, Surf, and then probably Withdraw. Pretty good Pokemon. The major flaw here, it's a kind of slow, bulky, defensive Pokemon. I didn't know we were in Hoenn. What was it? Special of 85. Okay, so it actually was buffed by the special split. You used to only have 85 special, and now you have 105 special defense.
Foul sorceries.
What is Venusaur gonna do? So, Blastoise overall in competitive, its big niche is it learns... Where is it? Not Shell Smash, we'll talk about it. Rapid Spin, here we go. So Rapid Spin, I think still to this day, is the best hazard clearing move. It's a very honest move. So you deal a kind of okay chip damage, and in return, you clear all hazards from your side of the field. Running this move usually is a detriment, because I mean, now it's 50 power. It was buffed in Sword and Shield. It used to be like 20 power. So, like, you're really only running this to clear hazards, and it's a normal move, so it's blocked by Goat's types. Rapid Spin and Gen 6 Defogs are your best option. Yeah, Defog I'd say is a little worse, because Defog also removes enemy hazards. So any hazard work that you've done gets removed as well. So most of the time you'd rather spin to win, but I mean you can Defog. And also, who could forget Glamora's signature move, Mortal Spin? I'm sure Glamora just abuses Mortal Spin. I'm sure there's not a Pokemon that Gen 9 introduced that's immune to Mortal Spin and Rapid Spin and Defog. They would never do that, right? Yeah, Gita's finest. Court Change and Tidy Up, I think, actually do make it through good as gold. Court Change is a really interesting move, but we'll talk about it when we get to Cinderace. And then Tidy Up is like a Dragon Dance that removes hazards. It's really weird. But anyway, so for most of its life, regular Blastoise has been known for just kind of taking hits and spinning to win. But recently, I believe Sword and Shield buffed it. It gained Shell Smash. So now you can actually do Shell Smash Gaming, where you smash, and then you can click like Hydro Pump or Surf or Scald. Ice Beam, wherever the heck Ice Beam is. Where's Ice Beam? There it is. And then some sort of coverage move, probably like Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, just kind of whatever you need as your fourth move. Probably Aura Sphere, I agree. And you're probably wondering, why does Blastoise have the ability to fire off a shot of pure aura? Well, hey, it's Mega Blastoise. Now, Mega Blastoise has a pseudo-signature ability? Mega Launcher. The only thing it shares this ability with is Clawvitzer, and it boosts Aura/Pulse moves. You'll notice there's not a whole lot of Aura/Pulse moves. And the only stab move Blastoise gets is Water Pulse. Okay. Now this sounds like a downside, but Water Pulse basically turns into Pseudo Surf with upside, because it has like a 30% confusion chance. Pretty good. Dragon Pulse you probably won't use, but 128 power, I think that's more than modern Draco Meteor, right? So that's not bad. And then Dark Pulse and Aura Sphere are kind of interchangeable, but they're both 120 power coverage moves. Oh, that's pretty good. Draco is 130? Oh, my bad. Okay, so it's not quite as good. Blastoise still doesn't get Terrain Pulse, which is kind of weird, but it's not like it would use Terrain Pulse anyways, right? And then, like, Heal Pulse is pretty good, but Blastoise doesn't get it. Just Clawvitzer. Medic! 75 HP healing is pretty good. The problem is, you're gonna make this your healer? This? You know what Clawvitzer says to becoming your medic? 9. Anyways, so the Mega Launcher boost is pretty nice, but I mean, Blastoise has pretty bad special attacks, so I mean, is it... oh. Oh! So the speed is still pretty bad, but I mean, wow! Really good bulk. I don't know why they bothered buffing its attack, but 135 special attack is amazing. So, unfortunately, we do have to talk about... I guess we'll look at its Gen 7 moves, but I don't think it's any different from Gen 6. Well, no, we do want to look at Gen 6, because this is technically a starter option. So in Gen 6, you can choose Mega Blastoise to be your water buddy of choice. Was that the bite of 87? Nothing too exciting here. And then you get the exact same TMs we talked about earlier. Scald is really good, by the way. Focus Blast you could use, but use Aura Sphere. What's wrong with you? I don't think this matters, really. But is it weird to anyone that Hydro Cannon isn't Mega Launcher boosted? It's not like you would use Hydro Cannon, but why isn't it boosted? Oh yeah, you also get Water Spout as an egg move, but I wouldn't use Water Spout unless you're like a weird Scarf move. Wait, it isn't? No, it isn't. It is not Mega Launcher boosted. But anyway, it's pretty decent overall for in-game. You can... If you really don't care about the Kanto starter choice, you can grab this one, and then it can pretty much use all your water HMs for you, and strength. And then, like, if you really need Blastoise for a tough fight, I mean, Stab Surf with 135 attacks pretty good. And then as far as in-game goes, Mega Blastoise is pretty okay. Or not in-game. As far as competitive goes, it's pretty good. I want to say it's usually like UU or RU, something like that. That wasted your Mega slot. So in-game, you can use as many Megas as you want. For a competitive team, definitely only use like a Mega. You probably don't want to double up on Megas. But like, as far as like in-game goes, use as many Megas as you want. Who cares? The Pokemon's probably okay enough if you don't Mega Evolve it. And if it's the best Pokemon for the fight you're in, Mega Evolve it. It's great. Anything else to say about Blastoise? Oh yeah, so when Mega Blastoise comes back in Gen 10, Megas are back. Trust me. Mega Blastoise will be back. It's gonna be in Ubers. A Shell Smash. It lowers the defenses while raising attack, special attack, and speed. 2 stages. Mega Blastoise's only weakness is this horrific speed. It's its only weakness. This thing's gonna be a menace in Ubers. Anyways, I think considering everything, Blastoise has had a solid competitive life. It's never been incredible. And it's had pretty good in-game. It's a very honest Pokemon. I would probably say like A tier. B? Don't use it in OU ever? I would say A tier. This thing is really good in-game. And then in competitive, it's like a consistent lower tier staple. I wouldn't say B tier. Oh yeah, I guess we also need to talk about Gigantamax Blastoise. So this is G-Max Blastoise. I actually do kind of like this design, and they did bother to make it where all the cannons will line up and fire when it uses moves. At least they put that amount of effort into the animations. So G-Max Cannonade, known in Japanese as Kyoda Bombardment, is a water-type G-Max move. Unfortunately, this costs $30 to use, but it's the same as Charizard's move. Oh yeah, true. How much damage does it do with Water Spout? Where is Water Spout? It's down here, right? Yeah. Okay, it does 150. And where is it? Hydro Cannon is also 150, so there's no reason to use Water Spout. You would still just use Hydro Cannon. I wouldn't... You use Water Spout, though? I mean, I guess you could use, like, Scarf Blastoise in doubles. And then, like, Hydro Cannon on, like, turn 1. And then... Not Hydro Cannon. Water Spout, like, turn 1. And then... in your second turn, you can G-Max. But, like, I don't know. I'd rather use G-Max Charmander. Charizard, sorry, not Charmander. Hydro Cannon does suck in-game, but doesn't... Like, Water Spout is an egg move, so we don't even need to talk about Water Spout for in-game. At least you get Hydro Cannon. Speaking of things that suck in-game, I mean, we'll talk about it, but it's Pikachu. There's only one song. Only one song to play as we talk about the absolute... yeah, Nanako's crying. She knows. She knows we're about to talk about Pikachu. Oh, God. At Sakura Wiz, say one nice thing about yellow version Pikachu, or create a new dumpster tier. Oh, I deleted the D tier. Oops. Alright, add a row below. Oh, I want a divorce. Yeah, in case any of you didn't know what this song is, this is an actual song from Persona 4 called Tramore, I guess? I just really like this song, which is why I use it in a ton of divorce tier. I guess we could call it the divorce tier. Sorry, Oaks jokes. I want a divorce. Alright. I mean, we gotta talk about Pikachu still, but oh my god, this is a tragedy. Did that load? Hello? There we go. Pikachu! So, we don't even need to talk about abilities, because we're talking about strictly yellow version here. Good lord, there's so much info on Pikachu. All these hours wasted. Alright. Moveset of champions here. Are you ready? Level 1 Growl. Useless. Level 1 Thunder Shock. Well, that's good. Level 6 Tail Whip. Great combo with Thunder Shock. Level 8 Thunder Wave. I mean, that's kind of okay. It's a shame you're going up against a rock gym full of ground types. Level 11 quick attack. Useless. Double team. Probably the best move you get as Pikachu. Not only can you abuse the badge boost glitch, but maybe, if you're lucky, your opponent misses, and then you can tickle them with a move. Level 20. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. What's the jam? The jam is you're using Pikachu. Level 26 Thunderbolt. This is probably your second best move. Agility sucks. You're already fast. Thunder sucks. What do you do? 70 accuracy? No. Light Screen. Level 50. Your reward for grinding Pikachu all the way to level 50 is doubled res.
Sorceries.
What do you get by TMs? Flash? Horrible. I'd rather double team. Mega Punch? No. Mega Kick? No. Toxic? Where's the Leech Seed? Body Slam? Maybe. Takedown? I hope this video doesn't get taken down. I'm smack talking Pikachu. Double Edge? No. Payday. Well, you know, Game Freak was hucking it up when they made yellow version. I'm sure that was a payday. Submission. Horrible. Seismic Toss. Well, at least you're doing damage. Rage. No. Don't use Rage. Thunderbolt. I mean, you get it by level up. Don't waste it. Also Thunder. Don't waste a TM. Mimic. Well, all of my FNAF fans in chat know the Mimic's good, right? Who am I ranking? Pikachu. Horrible! You get double team by level up, so don't waste a TM. Hey, you get Reflect, so you can set both your screens. By the way, screens in Gen 1 don't transfer. Bide. Come on, man. Chocolate chip. Any other Bide jokes you want me to say? The Bide administration was so last year. Hi, Phil Swift here, with about 60 damage. Horrible. Skull Bash? Horrible. Rest? Horrible. Thunder Wave you get by level up. Substitute. I want a divorce. Does anything save this? I guess we can talk about Pikachu's competitive history. Well, it has Lightning Rod. That's good in doubles. What do you do with this? What do you do with this? How do you save this? And you're probably wondering, you use a Thunderstone and evolve it to Raichu, right? Don't you evolve it to Raichu? You can't evolve it. You can't evolve it in yellow. You are stuck with Pikachu. The entire game. You're stuck with Pikachu.
I wanted to.
Oh! What am I supposed to do? Alright, I'm seeing it in chat. It's good with Light Ball. Does it talk about Light Ball on here at all? All this information, and it's gonna make me have to search Light Ball. Light Ball. Light. Guide my path. Right. It's a puzzling orb that raises attack and special attack. So essentially, Light Ball is huge power and Well, I guess there's not a special equivalent for huge power, but it doubles Pikachu's offensive stats, both of them. And not the base stat, but like the whole special attack. So if your Pikachu has like 100 special attack, it gets to have 200. Let me clarify something for you about why Light Ball isn't good. 35 HP, 40 defense, 50 special defense. Even if you have 110 attack, this is the glassiest of glass cannons, right? You get like one really good Thunderbolt, and then you die. I mean, does anyone have anything to say about Pikachu besides that? You get one good Thunderbolt, and then you die. Oh yeah, I guess we need to talk about G-Max Pikachu. Alright, so if you paid $60 for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and then paid $60 for Pokemon Sword and Shield, you get to use Chunky Pikachu. I actually really like this design. This is really cute. And then with Chunky Pikachu, you get to use G-Max Volt's Crash, known in Japanese as Kyoda Heavy Thunder! So I believe this is just, Super Nuzzle, right? Inflicts damage and paralyzes all opponents. So you paralyze the entire other side of... You paralyze both opponents in doubles. Pretty good! And I mean, we can only talk about this in doubles, because I mean, like... It's banned in singles. You can't use any Gigantamax in Smogon singles, so... So what move would you use here? I guess either Volt Tackle or Zap Cannon, and then you get a 140 power move. Oh, or Thunder. You would maybe use Thunder. I think your physical attack actually is better, so you would probably Volt Tackle. Don't forget about the Z moves. Oh my god, I forgot this thing gets a signature Z move too. All this work to make Pikachu mildly useful. And it's still terrible. Anything in chat I'm missing? Gee, Pikachu, how come you get 2 Z moves? How'd you like my Volt Tackle? We're not gonna talk about Pichu, because Pichu didn't exist in Gen 1, and Pichu was never a starter Pokemon. You never start with Pichu. And we're not going to talk about Raichu. I would love to talk about Raichu. Raichu's a little better. The problem is, he doesn't evolve. The Pikachu never evolves. So anyways, I guess we need to find the Z move? I guess we can just look up Z moves, right? Or I should do a separate tab so I can have Gigantamax open. Z moves. Is there like a list of them? Okay, here we go. So Pikachu does get 2 signature Z moves. First up, we have Catastrophica. Do we have a... I think we have a new name for the bottom tier. I think we just found our name for the bottom tier. Oh my lord, the formatting. That's probably close enough to the right spelling. Catastropica. It works off of Volt Tackle. 120 power! Whoa! But, this isn't with Light Ball, because you're using Picanium Z? Yeah, using the Z move robs you of Light Ball, so this is coming off of 55 base attack. 1000 volt Thunderbolt. Works off of Thunderbolt, that makes sense. 195, that's pretty good. And you need Picanium Z. The problem is this has to be a special Pikachu and a cap. So I don't think this even counts towards regular Pikachu at all, right? This is like a special event Pikachu. And by the way, this event Pikachu still can't use Light Ball, so it's horrible. Because you're stuck using this if you want to use the signature move. Alright, I am seeing it in the chat. If you trade the Pikachu, it evolves into Raichu. First off, if you're playing this on an emulator, how are you trading it? Second off, if you're playing this on a Game Boy, who are you trading with? It's the year of our Lord 2025. You think there's another person with a Game Boy, a link cable, and a copy of Pokemon Yellow? Or like Red and Blue? There might be, actually. But I guess we'll look at Raichu. Just to appease the masses, we'll look at Raichu. Was this 80 in Generation 1? Oh no, it had a base special of 90. Okay. And a base speed of 100. Wow. So this used to be 100 speed. And 90 special. So I mean, that's pretty good. But I mean, like... Let's comparing. There's another Thunderstone Evo you can get. Jolteon. I guess the physical attack is worse. It had a base special of 110. So 110 special attack and special defense. 130 speed. Why are you wasting your Thunderstone on Pikachu when you can use Jolteon? Horrible. Catastropica. And guess what? All of that... We're not even done talking about Pikachu. No, that's not it. What is it, like Wi-Fi theme? Oh no, it's just a whole... Maybe it's like mystery gift? Is this it? That's not the song I was looking for, but that's good enough. Alright, everyone. Sick of Kanto yet? I know I'm not. We get to talk about Partner Pikachu! So Partner Pikachu actually isn't as bad. Check out these! 80 attack? That's okay. 75 special attack? That's okay. 60 special defense!
Foul.
Let us out. I
sorcery.
just want to talk about the dumb crocodile. We'll get there. So, there's not as much to talk about the Let's Go starters. Mostly because, like, Let's Go competitive is a joke, right? So we're basically just talking about these in the context of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee in-game. Can I... Oh, it's a Gen 7 game, right? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Can I see the special tutor moves? I can, okay. So, you get an actually useful move in Double Kick for Gym 1. I played Let's Go Pikachu. Double Kick is pretty good. You have 80 base attack. You can beat Onix. Floaty Fall is... Or I guess I should phrase this differently. So, the partner Pokemon, Partner Pikachu and Partner Eevee, both get special moves exclusive to them, but they don't learn them by level up. They're like weird move tutor moves. Pikachu's I kind of like. They're all like references to old event Pikachus. So Floaty Fall is a reference to the flying Pikachu that I think you get in Gen 2. That it was like strapped to some balloons and it could learn fly. 90 physical flying damage. You're probably not going to use this move. But if this move was on other Pokemon, it'd be really good. 30% chance to flinch. That's good. Partner Pikachu's kind of quick. Splishy Splash. 90 special water move. 30% paralysis. So this is basically Surf. This is a reference to the Surfing Pikachu in Gen 1. I think you get it from Stadium? And you can also get a Surf Pikachu in Gen 7. Not from this game. This is technically a Gen 7 game, but Ultra Sun and Moon, you get Surf Pikachu as a reward from doing all the Mantine Surf missions. Zippy Zap. High priority damaging move that always crits. 50 power. You're definitely using this move. This is basically super extreme speed. This is insanity. Keep in mind it crits, but this is Gen 6 onward crit, so it's like 1.25 times, I think. So this 50 is more like, I think, like 75? Something like that. But I mean, it's also a stab move. And you have 80 attacks, so it's pretty good. Oh, 1.5? Okay. So how much damage is that, actually? Let's do some math real quick. 50 times 1.5. Oh, so it is 75. So I was correct the first time with the wrong calculation. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a math major. And then, supposedly, it has the signature move called Pika Papow. It's a return clone that's a special electric move. I think I only ever used this move once in the entire time of playing Let's Go Pikachu. So how this move works is you can like shake it and it will, like, fire off the move. Shake the remote, sorry. So, like, Pikachu has, like, this gauge that is invisible to the player, I guess. And after enough turns, it'll, like, charge up. And if you shake the Joy-Con with Pikachu out front, it'll use Pika-Papow. If you have a different Pokemon out front when you shake the Joy-Con, I'm pretty sure it'll give them a stat boost. I don't remember how many stat boosts, but... I mean, this move is good, but, like, you never use it. It's sort of like a 5th move slot. Yeah, it's literally a 5th move slot. Cheating! It getting Payday is actually kind of nice in this game, because you can farm money with it, but a lot of Pokemon get Payday in Let's Go. Are there any other moves it gets that we really need to talk about? Dig and Brick Break are nice coverage. Iron Tail is kind of useless. So my moveset of choice would be probably like Zippy Zap, Splishy Splash, probably like Brick Break and Dig. And then you have Pika-Papow if you need a stronger electric type. Calm Mind is kind of nice, but you're really only Calm Mind boosting like Splishy Splash and I guess like Thunderbolt. You really don't get any other special moves. Like, where are the special moves? Anyways, with all that said, this thing doesn't have any sort of competitive niche at all. Because, I mean, competitive didn't exist. But, I guess, like... C? Maybe, like, low B tier. The problem with this thing is, like... That is really cute artwork. The problem with this thing is this is the best you're getting. So, I mean, this is, like, Jagan levels of broken early, right? But, like, this is probably comparable with middle stage normal starter Pokemon. So by the late game, this is kind of pathetic. Like, 80 attack. Oh, yay? The high crit stab move definitely makes this thing good, but C or B, no one really cares about it. I think for now we'll have it at low B, it might move down. Then of course, Let's Go Pikachu was a dual release, so they could milk as much money out of you as possible, right? So not only do we have Let's Go Pikachu, we also have Let's Go Eevee. The evolution Pokemon. The evolution Pokemon! Oh, this thing doesn't evolve? Oh, this thing's... Wait, are these actually its stats? Are these the actual... Is this like normal Eevee? No, this is normal Eevee. Oh my god, this thing's horrible! Oh my lord! Well, at least you're only weak to fighting. The bulk is okay. 85 special defense.
Foul sorcery.
Why is special defense your best stat? Why is special defense your best stat? 75 attack as a normal type is like, okay. The thing that makes Partner Eevee really good, which we will talk about, is Partner Eevee has a giant fleet of broken signature moves. So you get double kick for Onix, that's nice. Too bad you have 5 less attack points than Pikachu. And then the rest of your level up is pretty horrible. You might use Double Edge. You would never use Takedown. Hi, Phil Swift here with about 60 special damage. And then, like, Dig is, like, okay coverage. You wouldn't use Shadow Ball. Iron Tail is kind of bad. You would maybe use Facade. Is there not a return TM in this game? Hello? I guess it doesn't get return. Oh wait, it does get return. Say hello to VV Volley. Oh, we know Penny from Scarlet and Violet. She loves her VVs. Well, now you can chunk your VV at your opponent with VV Volley. It's literally just return. This says similar to return. This is literally return. 102 power physical normal move. Amazing. Oh, and I mean, since we did say VV Volley, of course we do have to say Volt and Veluza! Anyways, so we'll talk about these moves. I don't want to go too into depth on them because, like, who cares? But, Batty Bad, Bouncy Bubble, Buzzy Buzz, Freezy Frost, Glitzy Glow, Sappy Seed, Sizzly Slide, and Sparkly Swirl are all 90 power coverage moves based on all of the different evolutions. So we've got Umbreon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Glaceon, not Sylveon, Espeon, sorry, Leafeon, Boosta, and Sylveon. All of these moves are incredibly broken. So I'm pretty sure Sparkly Swirl does like a team heal. Sizzly Slide burns. Sappy Seed applies Leech Seed. Do you get toxic? Oh, you do. S tier starter? Hello? Glitzy Glow does Light Screen. I forget what Freezy Frost does. It's probably busted. Buzzy Buzz paralyzes. Bouncy Bubble is Life Steal. So you're sucking with Bouncy Bubble. And then, of course, the iconic move Batty Bad sets Reflect. Incredible fleet of moves. Unfortunately, you only get 4 move slots, minus the 5th move slot for VV Volley. So I would probably say your best move set is, and this thing's like, what, a physical attacker, right? Good lord, 65 special attack. Good lord. Do you get any boosting moves? You don't get a single way to boost your offenses. Yeah, physical in quotes. Honestly, just use any of these 4 moves that you want. They're all really broken. And then you have like a normal move right here. Just tutor any of these 4 moves, whichever ones you need. You can go back to the tutor and like get like Sizzly Slide for Erica. You can get Batty Bad for Sabrina. You can get Bouncy Bubble for Blaine. Highly customizable move pool. It's a shame you're working with Eevee's stats. Good God. Honestly, I was gonna put this above Partner Pikachu, but like those stats are awful. This is like a early game. This is like a literal Jagan, right? It's like a good early game Pokemon, and then by the late game, use something else. Oh yeah, Small Yoshi's been talking about it in the chat, but they did modify all of the Let's Go moves in Gen 8, and then they didn't distribute them. Put them in the same tier? Alright, I'm sorry, Pikachu. You're getting demoted. Symmetry, my friend! He is better than Partner Eevee, though. Zippy Zap isn't unusable, though. Alright, anyways. Did you guys enjoy the break from sad music? Well, Nanako's crying again. Nanako, what's wrong? You ever heard the tragedy of Darth's Chikorita? The horrible! Good God. 49 mixed offenses. Yeah, beat it, chick! Leaf Guard, hidden ability. Prevents status in sunny weather. Question. Who's setting the sun? Who is setting the sun for Chikorita? So you're in doubles, right? Oh, whoops, I accidentally clicked on Bayleaf's stats. Wait. Oh no, this is Meganium. Oh my god. 82, 83 mixed offenses. This is actually kind of similar to Blastoise. The big difference here is Blastoise has Rapid Spin, Water moves, and access to Ice coverage. Oh, what are you doing? Where are the moves? Where are the moves? You get Body Slam, I guess. Leech Seed? Level 60 Giga Drain! And keep in mind, this isn't Scarlet and Violet. These are its moves in Gold and Silver! Oh. Level 8 Razor Leaf is your best move. Let me repeat that. Razor Leaf is your best move! 55 power! Keep in mind, this is nerfed Razor Leaf because Generation 2 fixed the critical hit situation, in quotes. They fixed them, where now it's a flat crit rate on every move. So now Razor Leaf is 1 in 8 crit, instead of based on your speed. I'm pretty sure your speed is horrible. Well, 80 speed, never mind, that's literally the same speed as Venusaur. So if it was Gen 1 Razor Leaf, this thing would be a little better. The problem is, not only is this the most barren move pool we'll probably see all day, this also has to go up against the Flying Gym and the Bug Gym. You lose to the first two gyms, which are the most important for your starter Pokemon. The starter you pick needs to win against the first two gyms. Did they buff it in Crystal? Do any of these moves change? No. They're all the exact same by level up. What do you get by TM? Ignore the egg moves, you're not getting any of these. Well, you get the Giga Drain TM. Too bad that's post-game. Too bad it's 60 power. You're not using Solar Beam. I guess you can use Iron Tail. So, unironically, my moveset of choice for Meganium: Return, Mud Slap, 20 power, which you can later turn into Earthquake if you really want to waste your Earthquake TM on this thing. Razor Leaf for stab. And then, I don't know, String? Is Leech Seed only an egg move? Leech Seed is only an egg move. And by the way, like, what is Meganium doing in competitive? Does it do anything? Does it do anything? If I will say, these stats are comparable to Blastoise, right? So, like, if it had Rapid Spin, it might have a low tier niche. It doesn't. It's better than Pikachu. I mean, this is bottom tier, right? Does anyone have anything to say to save Meganium? Does anyone have anything to say to save Meganium? It does nothing after Gen 2, I agree. It can hold up against Gen 2 Snorlax. It's cool. Is it cool? Is Meganium cool? Oh, so you know what? So I was going to make a video about this, but instead I'll talk about it here, mostly because I'm not very good at video editing. So there was this debate when the Legend ZA starters got announced. Debate, more like online stupidity, about, oh my god, people don't like Chikorita because of rampant sexism. So first off, this thing is majority male. So, like, I mean, sure, she's your little baby, but, like, most of them are boys. First off, so whatever. Second off, I love feminine starter Pokemon. Let me show you one of my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. We'll skip ahead, okay? Check out this thing! Primarina! I love this thing! It's like an opera singing seal? This is very clearly feminine. I love it. And guess what? It's also good! The fact that this thing is more girly than the other starters is not why people hate it. People hate this thing because what are you doing? It has no attack. It has no special attack. The speed is okay. And sure, it has good bulk, but it dies to everything. It dies to ice. It dies to poison. I mean, you're never going up against a poison attack, but it dies to bug. I mean, you're never going up against a bug attack, but it dies to fire. It dies to flying. And what, like, you barely even resist anything. Ground resistance? Great. I mean, that actually is great. Grass resistance? Grass sucks. Electric resistance? Okay. Water resistance. I mean, you beat water anyways. Who cares? No one's using a water type against you, and if they are, they're ice beaming you. It's over. Catastropica. Alright, now that we're done talking about the tragedy of Chikorita, unless anyone has anything to say to save Chikorita, we're gonna move on to Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil, the Fire Mouse Pokemon. I thought this was a hedgehog. Wow, pretty good offenses. Can we play the Punch-Out theme? Yeah, we can play the Punch-Out theme. Alright, trainer. It's time to step into the ring with Cyndaquil. Now you may look at these stats and go, what a wimp. Well, how about you step into the ring? That's right, baby. Where is it? Oh, I guess you have to be evolved. 1 second. When you evolve into a mighty Typhlosion, get ready for this. That's right, baby. Dynamic Punch. That's not the punch we're talking about. Gunda Punch and Fire Punch. And you get them by Gym 2, baby. This is definitely the thing that makes Typhlosion incredible in-game. The move pool is actually pretty good, too. You start with Ember, I think. Or no, level 12 Ember. Do you start with Ember? This is Typhlosion's moveset. We need to look at Cyndaquil. Yeah, okay, so level 12 Ember. I mean, that's still good enough. So by level up, you get Ember. Flame Wheel is solid, but you can replace it with Fire Punch. And then you get Flamethrower for a nice in-game fire move. And then we need to go back to Typhlosion. Do you get the punches in mid-form? I'm pretty sure you only get the punches by the time you're Quilava, or Typhlosion. I don't think Quilava can punch. Fire Fang? Oh, this is... I was about to say, when the heck was Fire Fang a TM? What? Here we go. Yeah, no, you're not punching. So you get Ember until level 31. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's kind of bad, but I mean, Ember's fine. You gotta remember, this is Johto. So, like, what enemies are threatening you? So, as Typhlosion, you have 84 attack, 109 special attack. Wait a minute. Have I seen these stats before? So, for some reason, Typhlosion has the exact same stat spread as Charizard. I don't know why. Really funny. Alright, we'll look at the TMs, just so I can, like, recommend a moveset. I would probably say your best in-game moveset is gonna be Flamethrower, Thunder Punch for Waters, probably Earthquake, or just like a ground coverage move, and then, I don't know, I guess like Strength or Return. I don't really know what else you'd be using on this thing. But really, all you need is Flamethrower, and then like Thunder Punch. Amazing. It does get nerfed in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because it loses Thunder Punch. It's no longer a TM. And all of your best coverage moves, besides, I guess, Focus, Blast, Lamau, are physical. So in this game, but you actually do get more fire moves. You get, like, Lava Plume kind of early? Oh, that's Diamond and Pearl. We need to look at Heart Gold. When do you get Lava Plume at 35? Wait, when do you evolve? 36. Okay. So, I don't know when you get Lava Plume, but you get it, apparently. Why do you get Gyro Ball by level up? Probably my Heart Gold Soul Silver moveset recommendation would be like Flamethrower, Earthquake still, maybe like Brick Break. Focus Blast if you can get it. Rock Slide's pretty good. Yeah, I don't really know what you're teaching this thing in Heart Gold Soul Silver. I still wouldn't say it's horrible. So you're probably wondering, if this is Charizard without the flying typing, what advantages does it get? Well, you get Flash Fire. So now you're having immunity, you're immune to fire. And also... Wait, where's Eruption? Where's Eruption? Oh, level 1. Yeah, you get Eruption, like, as soon as your Typhlosion. I think in older games it was, like, your final move you learned. But, yeah, basically what you want to do is Scarf, and then click Eruption. Eruption is 150 power of Fire-type damage. And you can potentially get the Flash Fire boost. How Flash Fire works is you swap in on a fire move or just get hit by a fire move. And not only are you immune to the fire move, it boosts your future fire moves. Unfortunately, it's not a straight special attack boost. That would be really good. But sadly, we don't get that. What special moves do you get in modern days? Hi, Phil Swift here with about 60 base power of normal damage. Inferno. Scorching Sands is pretty good coverage. You would maybe use Solar Beam if you're on like a Sun team. Focus Blast is fine. Shadow Ball is fine. Yeah, that's probably it. So yeah, this is basically an Eruption bot. I would probably say for competitive, you'd run like Eruption, probably like Flamethrower or Fire Blast for a secondary fire move, and then like, I don't know, Scorching Sands and Focus Blast, or maybe Shadow Ball. The thing is, do you need a diverse move pool when you can just like Terra Fire and then Eruption off of 109 special attack? Overall, probably like A tier? I would probably say this is a little worse than Blastoise, right? Definitely not bad, but like, this doesn't really blow up competitive, and in-game it's fine. It's definitely good, maybe even not the best choice. There's one that's a little better. Does it have the highs or lows of Charizard? I would say Charizard has lower lows and higher highs. Cyndaquil overall has just been good. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break because I need to throw out some food for tonight. My mom forgot to thaw something, but I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we'll rate Totodile Howard. Also, if anybody has complaints about Cyndaquil and A, please leave them in the chat. I'll read when I get back. Defo better in-game, but much worse in competitive. I'd say Charizard's better in competitive. The problem is, your starter Pokemon, you want to help you out in-game, right? Because that's why you chose it as your starter. Like, we're talking about competitive for all of these, but I'm definitely considering in-game a lot more. Alright. I need to restart. Alright, baby. You thought that you could pick a little bitty potato boy? You were gonna pick this thing? You thought you were gonna pick some wimpy little mouse? Well, let me tell you, buddy. All of this just works. It just works. Todd Howard is the best starter we've looked at so far, in my opinion. Let's talk about it. Look at this boy, the big jaw Pokemon. It just works. Sheer Force is incredible, by the way. What Sheer Force does is you slap a Life Orb on your Todd, and you give it any move with a secondary effect, and the damage goes up! And by the way, you're doing big damage. So in your base form, you have 65 attack. In this form, you got 105! Big damage! Definitely the biggest letdown is you only have 79 special attack. 78 speed is, like, good enough. This is the biggest letdown, for sure. Because water is a special type in Generation 2. Which means all of your stab moves are gonna come off of your weaker attack. However, there are ways to get around that. Number one, you have Gen 2 Rage. Now, I know this looks terrible, but unironically, this makes it the best starter we've looked at so far. Because you could just rage against the machine. So you rage on Pidgeys, you rage on Kakunas. Man, the gyms in this region are pathetic, huh? And then pretty much up until, like, Morty's gym, like, rage is incredible. And by the time you make it to Morty, was that the bite of 87? Crunch them. And you don't even have to crunch them, because by the time you get to Morty, you get the Surf HM! And if you don't want to click Surf, you also get Dig, which you can later turn into Earthquake. You also, well, you don't get Rock Slide, it's an egg move, never mind. You also get to enter the Elemental Punch-Out League with Ice Punch. Definitely good. I don't think there's anything else I really have to talk about the move pool. Definitely like Ice Punch, Earthquake, Surf, and some fourth move. Probably Return. Yeah, Lance and Shambles. What is Lance gonna do against Ice Punch and Surf? He's cooked. Even with, like... You know what? Actually, I've lied to you. Because this may say 79. But keep in mind this is a Gen 2 game. So with Stat XP, this number's going up. So it's actually not that bad. And of course, what makes this even better is in Generation 4, you do get Stab Water. When you get the Waterfall HM at the end of the game. Oh, you do get level 58 Aqua Tail. That's like also at the end of the game though. Superpower by level up. Ah, hello. That's pretty good. So Rage is nerfed in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I mean early Water Gun is good, Bite is good, and you get like pretty early Ice Fang. So like you're fine. You're totally fine. And by the time you get Waterfall, that's really the time when you need a good move pool anyways. Because for the early game, you can just kind of click whatever and be fine. As far as TMs go, you get Dragon Claw, so you can, like, really punish Lance and Claire. Ice Beam, good coverage. Earthquake's incredible. Brick Break's alright. You can Shadow Claw on Morty. Don't use Avalanche. And then, like, Rock Slide's pretty good. I really don't have a moveset recommendation here. Because he gets a lot of really good moves. Just kind of use what you need. And, of course, we have to talk about competitive. Honestly, I think he does need to go below Bulbasaur. So, Todd Howard, he just works, but he doesn't work that well in competitive. He's basically bad Kingler, because I think Kingler has more attack. And you basically do the same gimmick where you, like, Sheer Force boost with, like, Liquidation and Rock Slide. I don't think there's really any other moves you'd use with Sheer Force. Are there any other moves you'd use with Sheer Force? Maybe Trailblaze. I don't know why you would do this, but you could Sheer Force Trailblaze. Crunch, I guess, but... Well, I mean, Sheer Force Crunch is pretty good. Any other moves? It gets Psychic Fangs now, that's cool. Ice Punch does get the Sheer Force boost, so you'd probably do that. Oh, it gets Flip Turn! So you can do like a Banded Flip Turn set, or like a Scarf Flip Turn. That's really cool. And Scale Shot's probably useless on this. Does Feraligatr get Dragon Dance? Good question. He does. He also gets Sword Stance. This thing's really good. It's just kind of outclassed by being a water type. And there's a lot of really good water types. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this with Chikorita. But for Chikorita and Totodile, we are ranking this before Legends ZA come out. And more likely than not, both of their viability will go up after they receive their Mega Evolution and or regional form. I'm huffing copium, but I mean, this probably will make this happen. I would say what puts Bulbasaur above Todd is the Mega Evolution and being like a really good Chlorophyll sweeper. Todd might drop to A later on, but I mean, compared to all these losers so far, like, come on, it's Todd. Water Dragon Mega for sure. It's gonna be great. Water Dragon, Grass Fairy, I guess Firefighting, yay. Why is it all Johto starters except for Tepig? Will this get me copyrighted? I have no idea. I'll go with this, I guess. Is this catchy? That's probably good enough. I don't know a lot about Resident Evil, so hopefully someone doesn't start singing. In that jungle, I had a revelation. All you need in this world is pure, unadulterated power.
I want a divorce.
Well, I mean, of the, like, starting Pokemon we've got, these are pretty good bases. I don't think we've seen better than this too far, right? So, I mean, let's look at the moves. Let's look at the moves, right? So, Ruby Sapphire. Level 6 Absorb, that's pretty good. Wait. Level 26 Mega Drain. Okay, well, what level does it evolve? Evolves at level 16! And then 36 to Sceptile. So when does Grovyle get Mega Drain? Alright, so Grovyle gets Mega Drain at... Grovyle gets Mega Drain at... Where's the Mega Drain? Level 29 Leaf Blade. Keep in mind, by the time you get to Leaf Blade, you're like halfway through the game. This is a 70 power stab move. Keep in mind, this is the best grass move it's getting, by the way. Giga Drain is still only 60 power. Solar Beam takes 2 turns. Have fun with Leaf Blade. Want to hear a sad fact? Do I? Leaf Blade is the best grass move in the whole game. Yep. Sad. Alright, so let's talk about Sceptile. So we know, in that jungle, he had a revelation. A revelation that special attackers are pretty good. And speed, I mean, that's all you need, right? 105 special attack is good. 85 attack is, like, okay. So, I mean, this thing is a special attacker, right? Okay, so it gets physical leafage. Oh, Mega Drain, okay. Giga Drain, okay. Leaf Storm, okay. So, I mean, it doesn't really get coverage by level up, but I mean, no one has really gotten coverage by level up so far, so, let's look at the coverage here. Hi, Phil Swift here with about 60 special damage. Okay, I'm scrolling. Oh, Dragon Pulse, okay. I'm still scrolling. Focus Blast, that's alright. Is there like a second page? Is it... Oh no, these are the sprites. Where's the special moves? Oh, 40 power vacuum wave. Where's the special moves? This is its Generation 9 move pool, by the way. Scarlet and Violet. This is the best it's ever been. Do I even need to talk about competitive? Has it ever done anything? Has it ever done anything in competitive? Oh, you've lost it completely, Krauser. I guess we will talk about the Mega. So Mega Sceptile. How do you buff regular Sceptile? Well, you make it 4 times weak to grass. That's great. And you give it Lightning Rod. What does Lightning Rod do? Lightning Rod forces all single target electric moves to this Pokemon with 100% accuracy. This includes Thunder Wave. This ability is most useful in double/triple battles. When hit by the move, no damage is done, and it raises the special attack by 1 stage. Stats can be raised a maximum of +6. Lightning Rod will activate for Electric-type Hidden Power, but not Electric-type Judgment. I did not know that. That's interesting. This ability is overridden by other Pokemon becoming the center of attention from moves like Follow Me or Rage Power. This electric immunity means nothing because it took like -8 from electric attacks. It's a grass dragon. I guess you like getting +1 special attack. It actually does really appreciate this 110 attack stat. Because keep in mind, Sceptile's, like all of Sceptile's coverage is physical. And you do get Mega Sceptile in Oris. So let's look at its Gen 6 moves. So you still get Early Absorb. You're still wielding the Leaf Blade. I'll look at Trico after this. I'm just looking at what moves you learn. You get Earthquake, that's good. Dragon Claw, hey, that's Stab! Dragon Claw! Oh yeah, this is XY, I'm sorry. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. You get Dual Chop by level up, that's pretty good. You get Dragon Claw. You get Dragon Claw. You can ignore all of these move tutor moves, by the way, because they're all post-game. You get Stab Dragon Breath by Egg Move. So you're basically relying on physical coverage, and then you can use, like, I don't know, Leaf Storm? You get a better special move than Leaf Storm? Energy Ball, I guess. Grass Knot. This is horrible. I don't know, we could... Because of Oris, we could maybe put this in, like, C tier, right? But, I mean, does this thing do anything in competitive? I'm thinking D, right? C is fair? Is D too harsh? I can put it above the Let's Go Bros. Low C? It's UU? I mean, Charizard's way better than this thing. I'm gonna say top of C for now. The move pool is really lacking, but I mean, the Mega kind of salvages it. And it can Bullet Seed Roxanne, that's true. It's like PU in the current gen, yeah, it's never done a single thing in doubles. But I mean, none of these guys have done anything in competitive either, so... I don't think it's quite D tier bad, but we might move it down later. We'll see. Wait! Oh, Yoshi's got something cooking. The Smogon page for Mega Sceptile. There's a Swords Dance set, watch out. Does anyone have a song request for, Torchic? Prince Mush. I don't think I've ever heard this song. I guess we'll listen to it now. Prince Mush. Prince Mush theme. Oh, Paper Mario. Okay. This is an interesting battle theme. Oh, this is catchy. Is it loud enough for you guys? I feel like it's a little quiet. Is this loud enough? It's good enough? Okay. Alright, I gotta do my best Jack Black impression, right? You ever wonder what you get when you mix hot lava and chicken? You get, I think, the best Pokemon on this list? Holy crap! Let's talk about it. So say hello to the chick Pokemon. Beat it, chick! You might notice it has one of the best abilities in the entire series, Speed Boost. You might also notice that's kind of rough, but I mean, this is the base form. And it's got 60-70 mixed offenses. This is a Hoenn Pokemon. So unlike its contemporary in Trico, you actually do get moves. You get level 10 Ember, level 16 Peck. And then you evolve at level... Okay, you get Peck and then you evolve. 85 mixed offenses. Literally stronger than Meganium. And it's not even evolved. This isn't even its final form. And it's already better than Meganium. 55 speed is pretty rough. Okay, so now you're kicking them. You get bulk up by level. Oh wait, no, this is... Oh no, this is Ruby Sapphire. I did not know you got bulk up by level up. That's really cool. Quick attacks, whatever. Level 50 Sky Uppercut, you're not getting that. Alright, and then when you evolve into Blaziken... Holy crap! An attack stat in the green? I don't think we've seen this without a Mega Evolution so far. This is incredible. Alright, I'm seeing it in the comments. Firefighting, what a great dual typing. You might be saying this as a joke, but it's actually true. This is an incredible dual type. You get hit super effectively by a lot, but you also resist a lot. And offensively, you just destroy everything. You just kill everything. It's amazing. Let's look at the moves. Alright, so you're level 36. So you get Blaze Kick. Pretty good. Sky Uppercut's pretty late, but I think you do get Brick Break. Yeah. So you can start breaking them. You can Overheat. You can Aerial Ace. Rock Tomb is like okay coverage. Dig and Earthquake. I've heard those are good. And Return's pretty good. Oh yeah, you do get Overheat immediately after Gym 4. And by the way, you have 110 special attack. 80 speed, like I've said on other starters, is good enough. For example, Venusaur is base 80, and it has auto crit Razor Leaf. So, like, that's fine. So let's look at Oris. Surely, they didn't need to do a lot to make Blaziken even more incredible, right? Like, they probably just kind of threw some stats into its bulk and called it a day. Jesus Christ. This is a blue stat! Whoa! 160 attack. And 130 special attack, that's still pretty good. 100 speed, so now you're like really quick. an 80-80-80 Glalie bulk, and we know Glalie's incredible, so... Let's look at the moves. What do you get in Gen 6, buddy? A Flare Blitz, High Jump Kick, Double Kick, Bulk Up by Level Up Still, Physical Blaze Kick, Brave Bird! What do you get by TM? Earthquake, Brick Break, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Aerial Ace, Facade, Flame Charge because you weren't fast enough, Low Sweep, Kick Up, Overheat, Focus Blast, Incinerate, don't use Incinerate, Acrobatics, Shadow Claw, Stone Edge, Swords Dance because you weren't strong enough, Bulldoze, Rock Slide, Power Up Punch. And we might as well talk about competitive, where it's banned. That's right. Not even Mega Blaziken, by the way. Blaziken was so strong that it got banned from Gen 5 OU, Generation 6 OU, Generation 7 OU, and then I think in Gen 8 it fell to UU. But to be fair, any Switch-era Pokemon game is so power-crept to hell that, like, it doesn't matter. And I'm sure that if Mega Blaziken was legal in Generation 8, it would have been in Ubers. Like, this thing is incredible. This might be the best starter Pokemon of all time. We'll see. Can we play All-Star? I don't want to get copyright struck. Alright. I mean, there's literally only one thing I can say to Mudkip, right? So, chat, I heard you like Mudkips. Alright, so this is Mudkip. So the most unfortunate thing I can say about Mudkip, the damp ability is completely useless. Unironically, this is not a terrible ability, but any other ability would be amazing. Like, if Swampert had Rain Dish, it would be insane. Alright, so this thing's very clearly a physical attacker. 40 speed is unfortunate. Let's look at the moves. So you get Mud Slap before Water Gun, but I mean, you are a physical attacker. And I mean, you'll have both of your stabs before Roxanne, so you'll be fine. I think you evolve at like level, I don't know, 16? Yeah, 16 to Marshtomp. What does Marshtomp get? Marshtomp gets... Oh, this is the wrong gen. So you get Bide. Ew. Level 16 Mudshot. I think that's on Evo. So you can either replace Mud Slap, or you can have like a nice... You can have like Mud Slap for debuff, and Mudshot for like strong physical attack. And that's really the only move to talk about until Swampert. I think you get the Surf HM before you evolve into Swampert. I could be wrong. So you upgrade Water Gun to Surf. Hey, these stats are pretty good. 90-90 bulk. That seems pretty good to me. And 100 HP with 90 defenses is really good. 110 attack, 85 special attack, not bad. 85 special attack, by the way, is more than Meganium. Really, the only sad part here is 60 speed. Is it better in every stat? I don't know. We need the side-by-side. Hold on. So this is Meganium. This is Swampert. Meganium. Swampert. Well, I guess Meganium's faster. Oh, you were talking about Quagsire? I actually don't know. Let's find out. Bro, why does it keep not clicking? There we go. Oh my god. Oh my lord, this is bad. Alright, so this is Quagsire. Is there a single stat where it's better? No. Wow. Alright, let's look at the moves for Swampert. Alright, so you're level 36, so you learn Muddy Water. You're probably not gonna use that, and you get Earthquake, like, super late. So your moves don't really matter, unfortunately. By TM, you get Ice Coverage and Ice Beam and Blizzard, that's good. Iron Tail, you're probably not using that. I guess you can use Dig before you get Earthquake. And then, like, Brick Break and Rock Tomb, I guess? Yay. Oh, but don't worry. If you breed with a Spheal, you can get Ice Ball, baby! Let's go! So probably my moveset of choice would be, Surf, Earthquake, Brick Break, and Rock Tomb? Maybe, like, Return? Is there any other move? It's kinda it. So, I mean, those moves aren't very exciting. But, I mean... a Water Ground, that's pretty good. Oh, well, you're 4 times weak to Grass, so this thing's terrible, right? Is there any outrage in the chat? I'm expecting it. So Mudkip in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald has no weaknesses. You might be saying it's weak to Grass. What Grass move is your opponent using? Maybe like Absorb? That's it. No one is using a Grass move in the entirety of Hoenn. Except I think like Wallace's Ludicolo maybe has Giga Drain. So there's a single Pokemon in the entire game that you maybe lose to. Maybe lose to. And by the way, in Oris it gets even better. I was a whip before Anchor Arms. Now I'm a jerk. Everybody loves me. Incredible 150 attack. Your bulk gets even better. 95 special attack is like alright if you want to use like a special move. But this is Oris, so you actually get access to physical water. And does the speed go up? 70 speed. Yeah, you get 10 more speed. Oh, and you also get Swift Swim. Oh, and by the way, you learn Rain Dance. So you can essentially Dragon Dance. Because you... even better than Dragon Dance, because you double your offense on like, waterfall. And you double your speed. Incredible. By the way, when Mega Swampert comes back, have fun trying to survive a Mega Swampert liquidation. Good luck. Have fun trying to survive a Mega Swampert flip turn. Good lord, what were they thinking? Wait, it gets knockoff now too? Guys, Mega Swampert might go to Ubers. We'll see, but good lord, this thing's incredible. The main reason it ranks above Torchic, who competitively is probably the best starter of all time, is Mudkip is the best in-game starter of all time. There's no competition. Like, Mudkip beats everything. Its only weakness is it's a little slow. Incredible. Anything else to say about Mudkip? I guess we need some Ore music now, right? Call battle team Pokemon. We need Penny's theme? We can do Penny's theme for the XD starters. Alright! Welcome to the Coliseum! Guys, so this is another weird edge case in starters where in Coliseum, you get access immediately at the start of the game to an Espeon and an Umbreon. They're already evolved, they don't evolve again, and, like, you don't pick them, you just have them. So there's not, like, a choice of, like, what do you want? Chikorita? Cyndaquil? Totodile? No, it's just you have Espeon and Umbreon. Good luck. It's similar to Yellow, only you get 2 Pokemon, and I would say both of these are way better than Pikachu. So Espeon, the Sun Pokemon. Synchronized will be your ability in Pokemon Coliseum, and it's actually not that bad. What Synchronized does is anytime you're statused, you duplicate the status onto your opponent. So if your opponent tries to Toxic you, your opponent gets Toxiced. Now there are quote-unquote downsides to Synchronize. If your opponent is an electric type and they paralyze you, they are immune to paralysis, so they can't be paralyzed. If your opponent tries to Toxic you, and they're a steel type or a poison type, they can't be poisoned. And same with burn. If someone tries to burn you, they can't be burned if they're a fire type. Regardless, though, most of the time Synchronize is just great. Magic Bounce is really good, and we'll talk about Magic Bounce when we talk about Espeon and competitive, but unfortunately it got added in Gen 5, so it's just Synchronize. Wow! These are really good stats! Unironically, 65 attack doesn't matter, because you're really just clicking special moves with this. 95 special defense.
Foul sorceries.
I mean, 110 speed is really good. So let's look at the moves. What moves do you get? I guess we're looking at the Ruby and Sapphire learn table. So I know you start with Confusion. Quick Attack is kind of whatever. Hi, Phil Swift here with about 60 physical normal damage. Psybeam is really good once you get it, and Psychic is really good once you get it. As far as coverage goes, as far as coverage goes, yeah, this thing is the Psychic Element symbol. All you're doing with Espeon is clicking Psychic moves. But, unironically, I think this is the best Pokemon in the entirety of Pokemon Coliseum. It's probably like... Do we put it low A tier? No, I think it's behind Charmander. Okay, so my reasoning here. This is the best Pokemon in Coliseum, which means it's an incredible starter, right? It could go in A. I'll say A tier for Espeon. Espeon really falls off in competitive. It's unfortunately like... Put it at the bottom of A for the Houndoom synergy. I think bottom of A, yeah. I think the biggest problem with Espeon in competitive is it's a frail Magic Bouncer. So what Magic Bounce does is it reflects hazards and other status moves, which is really good on bulky Pokemon like Mega Sableye and Diancie. And, I think, like, Xatu is decent with Magic Bounce. Espeon is definitely good, and it likes having Magic Bounce. But really, all you're doing with Espeon is, like, Calm Mind sweeping. It's okay. That's really what keeps it out of S tier. It's amazing in Coliseum, and then it's just kind of whatever everywhere else. Definitely the peak of Espeon's career is Pokemon Coliseum. This is also probably your best choice in Pokemon XD. Speaking of Coliseum, I don't know, like a C tier? Probably worse than these guys. Let's talk about Umbreon. The Moonlight Pokemon. So it also has Synchronize, and it actually makes better use of Synchronize than Espeon, because...
Foul sorceries.
Yep, it's a bulky wall Pokemon. 65 attack, 60 special attack. I think these offenses are literally worse than Torchic. Like, not Blaziken, Torchic. 65 speed is really bad. Now, I guess we'll look at the moves. Oh, Pursuit! Oh, Pursuit's incredible. Feint Attack is, okay. This is the Dark-type Phil Swift. I mean, that's literally all you get, right? Feint Attack? What other move are you using? I guess Helping Hand? You get anything by TM? Do you get anything by TM? No, you don't. I think that's really all we have to say about Umbreon. In competitive, Umbreon is pretty good, and like low tiers. It's like a low tier annoying stall wall. And its ability to stall and wall things is also really good in Coliseum, because you can just set it out in front of things and chunk balls. Because it is really hard to catch stuff in Coliseum. But like, I mean, it doesn't do any damage. I guess technically it helps you catch other Pokemon, but eh. I think Umbreon, because of it being an annoying wall, it can go up to B. It is pretty good and competitive. I don't think it's getting any higher than this. I would rather use a Umbreon on, like, the showdown ladder than a Sceptile. Alright, you asked for it. A dark shadow has fallen across the land, and we have now entered XD, Gale of Darkness. And we get to play with my little Eevees! So you start the game with an Eevee that can evolve into any of the evolutions. Unfortunately, the only evolutions in Generation 3 are Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, and Umbreon. I think Umbreon is probably your worst choice in Generation... Or not in Generation. Umbreon's probably your worst choice in XD. Espeon is still probably your best choice. But let's talk about Vaporeon. So guys, did you know, in terms of... I'm not reading that. Wow, 130 HP and 95 special defense.
Foul sorceries.
110 special attack and 65 speed? I mean, 65 speed, we already said what Umbreon is pretty bad, but... I mean, so it's usable. Okay, what do you get in Gen 3? Alright, so you get Water Gun. Wasn't that the bite of 87? Aurora Beam is like pretty good coverage, and the game's probably over before you get Hydro Pump. So what do you get by TM? Water Pulse, okay. Yeah, Surf is not an XD, by the way. This is pretty bad. I don't think this is D tier bad, because at the very least it's a water type. But, like, it doesn't have any stab moves. And if you do transfer up your XD Vaporeon, I mean, like, in competitive, Vaporeon's not bad. You get Water Absorb, don't use Hydration. Hydration sucks. It gets Water Absorb, which gives it a water immunity, and you also heal from any water moves that hit you. And you can kind of use Vaporeon as like a really good Wish Passer. Wish Passer with 130 HP. You're basically passing 75 HP wishes, which is really good. And you do get Baton Pass, but you can't use it in Smogon. Any other really... I mean, you get Calm Mind. You get Roar and Scald and Flip Turn for defensive sets. Anything else really to talk about here? It's like a pretty good bulky wall in low tiers. I mean, like... Wouldn't you rather use like a Milotic? I don't know. Jolteon! Probably like... A... Either top of B or bottom A. Maybe like bottom of B. Alright, say hello to Jolteon! Oh, a Quick Feet Wombo Combo! That ain't Falco! Quick Feet's pretty bad. Especially when you have 130 speed! You really don't need Quick Feet. So you'll be using Volt Absorb, which grants you an electric weakness. Electric immunity. That's really good. 110 special attack, 130 speed. Incredible. We talked about this when we talked about Raichu. This is just better than Raichu in every way. So you get Thunder Shock, Double Kick, Pin Missile, and Thunder. But I think you do, yeah, you get a Thunderbolt TM. So you do get Electric Move. You can pair Electric Move with Bite, I guess? So you got Thunderbolt and Bite. That's it. Yeah, I think, like, well, Charizard's better in competitive. This is one of your best options in XD for sure. The problem is, like, there's a lot more ground types than there are dark types. And Jolteon can do just nothing against any ground types. Speaking of doing nothing, it's Boosta. Finally, we can put something in D tier! Oh, it's Boosta. Let's talk about Flareon. Flareon. Flash Fire, so you're immune to fire types. That's great. It's not like you didn't resist fire anyways. Guts would be good if you weren't a fire type, because you're pretty much stuck using the Toxic Orb. 130 attack, that's incredible! And 110 special defense.
Oh, sorceries.
Does it get anything good? Look at the Gen 3 moveset. You get Ember. Fire Spin, I guess. Non-stab Smog at level 42. Well, at least you get Bite. It's a special move, by the way. You get any physical coverage? You get Iron Tail, Return, Dig, and Shadow Ball. And Facade. Man, if only I had the Guts boost. Yeah, this thing's pretty bad. We don't need to talk about it very long. Flareon has never been good in competitive, and it's famous in-game for having no moves. That's really all there is to talk about Flareon. I'd put Meganium at bottom of D, but that's a pretty nothing difference. I think Meganium is catastrophically bad. There's nothing saving it. At least Boosta has like 95 special attack, right? Yeah, 95. Okay, what music requests do we have for Torterra? I'll go ahead and call up Torterra while the people request. How bad can I be from the Lorax? I don't want to get copyright stricken. Misty Bog. For like a 30-minute version? Here we go. Oh, this is catchy. Can we do the DK rap? Okay. Alright, next up we have the Sinnoh starters. Starting off, Turtwig. So we got Overgrow. Shell Armor is like, okay. These are pretty good offenses. One thing to note, now that we're in the Sinnoh region, is the physical special split is in play. So despite being a grass type, this physical attack is not useless. You actually are doing damage with grass moves. Because like 45 special attack doesn't matter, because your grass move can be physical and do damage. So let's look at the moves. Alright, so Diamond and Pearl, you get Tackle, Absorb, Razor Leaf at level 13, that's not bad. I think you evolve by then. That's what you get when you evolve. These are much better stats. 36 speed is really bad, but I'm sure that gets better. Why do you learn Withdrawal twice? Level 1 Withdrawal and level 5. They want to really make sure you get +1 defense. Alright, so you get Mega Drain. I don't know why you would use this. Hey, Leech Seed, and you get Toxic, watch out! Synthesis, but why? But I mean, you're already evolved by then, right? So let's look at the Evo. You think you can stand up to Torterra? The Torterror? 109 physical attack. 109 deep. Oh my. Oh! Oh! Is this the worst speed we've seen so far? I think this actually is the worst speed stat so far. Good night, that's bad. I mean, the moves are pretty good, right? So, like, level 36? So you get Synthesis, who cares? Crunch, great. Giga Drain and Leaf Storm? Why? Why do you get those? Where's Woodhammer? Where is Woodhammer? Hello? Hello? Where's Woodhammer? Oh, it's level 1. Okay. So do you learn Woodhammer on Evo? Do you learn Woodhammer on Evo? Surely you learn Woodhammer on Evo, right? Oh, you learn Earthquake on Evo. It's a move reminder? Oh my lord. So you're basically not a grass type, because you're stuck with Razor Leaf the entire game. Does that sound familiar? But I mean, grass offense sucks anyways, right? I guess you can use Bullet Seed. So you get Earthquake on Evo. You get Rock Polish, I guess, to polish up your speed. Stone Edge and Rock Slide, those are good. And then I guess the Return. Wow. Does this get better in Platinum? No. No, nothing changes in Platinum. Wow. Oh yeah, I guess we should check it in BDSP, right? Alright, let's look at the BDSP moves. Alright, so Generation 8. BDSP. Alright, so level 30... It's the exact same. It's the exact same! They didn't change the moves! They didn't change the moves! Your highest power grass move is Razor Leaf! But at least they added leafage. Now okay, I'll be fair. They did buff Bullet Seed. So if you get like a 3-shot Bullet Seed, that is 75 power. I think that's all you get. You get a 3-shot Bullet Seed. You can get Seed Bomb as an egg move. Good lord. And I guess we might as well talk about Kitakami too, because you can get the egg, right? So how good is it in Kitakami? Well, you get Headlong Rush once the game is over. You get Trailblaze, Bullet Seed. Hey, Seed Bomb is a TM. Torterra's saved. And Grassy Glide. You can teach egg moves using Mirror Herb. Was Mirror Herb in BDSP? I thought Mirror Herb was Scarlet and Violet. I mean, if you can Mirror Herb on Seed Bomb and BDSP, it's definitely better. I don't know, man. This is basically a ground type with the grass type debuff. I think I'd rather use Boosta. No, what am I saying? I wouldn't rather use Boosta. This is better. This is better than Meganium. At the very least, Torterra gets Bite for the Ghost Gym. And it's a really strong Earthquake. Is there anything else to say about Torterra? Probably not, right? Alright, it's time for some monkey madness, baby! So I said earlier that I'm more heavily weighting in-game performance than competitive viability. He's the leader of the bunch! You know him well! He's finally back to give Sinnoh hell! It's Chimchar! This thing's incredible! Let me show you the moves, like you even need to see it. So you evolve at level 14, firefighting combo, so you beat the Rock Gym. Look at this, Ember, level 9. Fury Swipe's pretty bad. Flame Wheel. Then you evolve. What do you get when you evolve? No. Meganium had like 84 offenses, right? So I mean, Meganium does still beat Monferno on offense. I'll be fair. Alright, so you get... I mean, you don't really get any moves, but I mean, Flame Wheel's good enough. You get close combat pretty much on Evo. Then you evolve. Are you ready? 104, 104, 108. How would you like to die? Would you like to die by a physical attack? Or a special attack? And you might be wondering, well, I mean, it can't literally hit every Pokemon in the game with a super effective move, right? Look at these moves. You get close combat. You can calm your mind if you really want to. Mach Punch, Flare Blitz. Let's look at the TMs. Solar Beam, Lamau, don't do that. Earthquake, Return, Brick Break, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace, Overheat, Focus Blast, Shadow Claw, Stone Edge. You can set rocks if you really want to. Rock Slide, Poison Jab, don't use Poison Jab. Grass Knot, U-Turn. I mean, I won't recommend egg moves, but if you go out of your way, you can use Thunder Punch. He does more damage with EQ than Torterra, because Torterra dies before it can act. LOL. Alright, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I think this gets better. Yeah, you can learn Nasty Plot and slack off from level 1 moves. You get Power Up Punch, by the way, like super early into the game, so you're basically Diet Skeledirge. Flame Wheel, U-Turn by level up for some reason. Acrobatics by level up for some reason. And you still get like every good TM ever. You get Earthquake, Low Sweep, Brick Break, Dig, Flamethrower, Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace, Facade, Overheat, Focus Blast, Shadow Claw, Nasty Plot, by the way, Swords Dance, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Bulldoze, Poison Jab, Grass Knot, U-Turn, and of course, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that you can use the cut TMs that you get as a reward from, I think, Cynthia herself. You could use the cut TM. Amazing. I mean, best starter of all time? It just demolishes the entire game. Incredible. So anyways, we go from incredible to, like, I don't know, a water type? Hey look, it's Piplup. That's great, buddy. 61 special attack. That's pretty good. Alright, so what moves do you get? Oh, do you want Cool Cool Mountain? Alright, we can do Cool Cool Mountain. Alright, our frosty friend Piplup here. You get Bubble, 20 power. You get Peck. And you can join the Bide administration! Alright, what do you get when you evolve? So you get Bubble. You evolve into Piplup, so you get what, like Bubble Beam? Hey, 81 special attack, already on par with Meganium. Oh hey, you do get level 19 Bubble Beam! Okay, so Bubble Beam's not bad. Now it's Brine time! And you get Brine before you evolve? It's actually on par with Bubble Beam. I don't know if you would use Brine. And Empoleon. What's Empoleon get? Now it's Brine time! That isn't the right gen? Oh, hold on. Did I do something wrong? Alright, Generation 4. Alright, so Bubble... Oh, level 24 Bubble Beam. Okay, that's pretty rough. Because you gotta remember, we, like, heavily nerfed Trico here for getting its best stab move super late. Like, you were stuck with 20 power Absorb. Primplup stuck with 20 power Bubble for a really long time. And Bubble is an I would say Absorb is better than Bubble. Absorb at least gets the life steal, right? So that's pretty rough for Piplup. What does Empoleon get? 111 special attack! Hey, that's incredible! 60 speed, wow. Alright, so you're going second, probably. What do you get? You get... Aqua Jet, okay. Drill Peck, okay. And Hydro Pump. But by the time you get Hydro Pump, the game's over. So what TMC you get? Ice Beam, that's good. Earthquake, your physical attack sucks. Steel Wing, your physical attack sucks. Ooh, excuse me. Now it's Brine time. Shadow Claw, your attack sucks. Oh, you do get Flash Cannon, okay. So you can at least hit with a special, Steel move, because you are a Steel type. Did I not set it to loop? There's just a giant window of no sound. What? I guess I'll move it back myself. This probably gets better in Gen 8. What? Why is it showing egg moves? Hello? Oh, Sword and Shield. Okay, Brilliant Diamond. Here we go. No, this is still pretty bad. This is basically the exact same level up. Wow. Better than Trico, I guess, because it's a water type. I will say, it does get some big buffs in Scarlet and Violet. The biggest problem it had before is it had like a useless ability, because Empoleon used to have Defiant. It used to have Defiant as its hidden ability, which gave it +2 attack when it got hit with a stat-lowering move. Now it has Competitive, which is just Special Defiant. So now when you get hit by debuff, it raises Special Attack by 2. Much better, because, like, it's clearly a special attacker. And that's about all I have to say for Piplup. Well, you already know what time it is. Oh, Nanako. Nanako, why are you crying? Nanako, what's wrong? He's so smug about it, too. He knows. He knows. Look at him. He knows. He knows what he's about to do. The smug leaf. So first off, this is horrible. You go first, and then what? Let's look at the moves. So it gets 35 power Vine Whip, and like Leaf Tornado. When does it evolve? Level 17. Okay, so you learn Leaf Tornado, then you evolve. 60-60 offenses. So, not quite competing with Meganium here. You get Leaf Blade, Mega Drain, Magical Leaf. Why do you get Mega Drain after Magical Leaf? Hello? You get Leech Seed. Where's Toxic? Where's Toxic? Where is Toxic? Hello? Oh, this is Scarlet and Violet. I'm sorry. Okay, so actually, you get Leech Seed, And then you get Mega Drain, but you already learned Leaf Tornado, so why are you draining? And then, come on and slam! Coil, Giga Drain, and you do get Toxic Leech Seed. Let's go. And I guess we'll look at Superior. Okay, so this is pretty bad, but I mean, it evolves. So I imagine it'll probably, like, keep the 83 speed, maybe go up to, like, 85? And then it'll probably get a lot of special attack. That's my guess, right? Because, I mean, this is a pretty chunky snake. Like, they wouldn't put all of its stats into speed, right? So this is Superior, the Regal Pokemon. Oh my god. Oh my god! $95 special defense.
I wanted to force.
Well, I mean, the bulk is alright. Question: what are... These offenses are worse than Meganium! So what are you doing with this thing? It goes first. And then what? You coil? I guess you coil, right? And Leaf Blade? Oh yeah, the mighty Ring Out. Regigigas and Shambles. Huh, I wonder why they gated Leaf Storm to level 62. That's weird. And you get, like, nothing by TM. Like, I could show you, but it's nothing. You get Hidden Power, great. Solar Beam, no. Return, great. Aerial Ace, 60 power. Dragon Tail, negative priority. Rock Smash. By the way, no, this is Gen 5. So yeah, Rock Smash, great. Get anything by Egg? You get the Snake Eyes! This thing's horrible. Are you ready? Like, top of D? This thing is hard carried by its competitive performance. In competitive, at the very least, you can Contrary Leaf Storm. And Contrary is really good. So what it does... I guess we can read about it, right? So Contrary makes the stat change have an opposite effect. So that sounds really basic, right? But actually, Scarlet and Violet has the best description. Huh? Kinda weird. So, reverses any stat changes affecting the Pokemon, so that attempts to boost its stat lower them, and attempts to lower the stat boosts them. So essentially, if you coil, you get -1 attack, -1 defense, and -1 accuracy. Really bad. But if your opponent defogs on Superior, you get +1 accuracy. So hey, that's nice. And you can abuse the +1 accuracy defogs with a 100% accurate Leaf Storm that then gives you +2 special attack. The problem is 75 special. You still have to put a lot of work in to make this special attack work. And even then, with good special attack, your best coverage is Hidden Power and Dragon Pulse. And that's it. I mean, this thing has been in OU, but I mean, like, it's so bad in-game. Alright, any requests for Tepig music? I'll go ahead and call up Tepig. Gerudo Valley? Okay. Bad Piggies? Hold on. Ready to go whole hog! It's Tepig! Thick Fat, like we talked with Mega Venusaur, pretty good ability. It's not quite as good on Tepig, because, like, oh boy, you get 1/2 down to 1/4 Ice and Fire resist. I mean, you resisted them anyways, right? Pretty good offenses for your base. Alright, so what do you get? Level 7 Ember, that's pretty good. Flame Charge. Level 21 Rollout, okay. Then you evolve. You evolve into General Chungus. 93 attack. Already outclasses Meganium on offense. I can't believe it. Alright, so what does Pig Knight get? So you get Arm Thrust on Evo. Non-stab, 20 power Smog. Horrible. Rollout, okay. 31 Heat Crash, you might use that. Any other moves you would use? Well, let's look at Embor's moves, right? So Embor, the Mega Fire Pig Pokemon. Megas are back! That's actually really funny, because it's more likely than not we are gonna get Mega Embor. So we'll get the Mega Fire Pig. Alright. So your hidden ability actually changes to Reckless, which I would say is a lot better. What Reckless does is it increases damage on recoil moves. And you do get a lot of pretty good recoil moves. You get Wild Charge for coverage, which is kind of whatever. But, I mean, as a coverage move, sure. You get Flare Blitz, which is pretty good. And I think that's really all you would use. I think you get, like, Double Edge. Oh my god. 65 speed. Empoleon, is that you? But, I mean, 110 HP is pretty good. For some reason, you're a bulky, slow mixed attacker. Hoenn moment? It did rip off the Hoenn starter typing. But I mean, these offenses are pretty good. Alright, so moves, you get Flame Charge, Arm Thrust, Heat Crash, Flamethrower, Head Smash, okay, and Flare Blitz. Alright. TMs, you get Bulk Up, Smackdown. Well, I mean, he is the wrestler, right? So he's giving you the Smackdown. Earthquake, Return, Brick Break, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Rock Tomb, Facade. Flame Charge is good to patch up your really bad speed. Low Sweep, Overheat, Focus Blast, Scald. For some reason, you get Scald, and you have 100 special attacks, so you could use Scald. Unironically, Scald Embor is probably one of your better water-type options in base Black and White. There's not a lot of water types. Any other moves? You get Stone Edge. Gyro Ball might actually be good. Bulldoze, Rock Slide, Poison Jab, Grass Knot, Wild Charge. That's about it. This is not bad. You really wish that you got a better physical fighting move than Brick Break. I mean, technically you do with Hammer Arm, but it's Hammer Arm. I don't think there's really anything to talk about as far as Imbor and competitive. It's like a decent lower tier Pokemon. I don't think it's ever really been tearing up the meta. Probably like... This is probably an A tier starter, right? I'd probably put it below Cyndaquil? Bottom of B. B? I mean, this is the best starter in Black and White, I'm pretty sure. Do we really want the best starter in Black and White to go in B? Oshawott better? I guess we'll put it top of B. But I mean, Charmander's better than it in competitive. I'll just put it here. Alright. So I had nice things to say about Blastoise earlier, right? I've literally got nothing for this. This is maybe the most boring starter of all time, by the way. I have, like, nothing to say about Oshawott. Say hello to Oshawott. It's a water type. Pretty good mixed offenses. To get any moves? You get Water Gun. Really early Razor Shell, that's good. The Evo. Because yeah, it evolves pretty much when it gets Razor Shell. Alright, so Razor Shell, Fury Cutter's useless, Water Pulse, yay. Aerial Ace, Aqua Jet, Encore. And then you evolve. You evolve into Samurott. What does Samurott get? Mega Horn. Wow, isn't that unique? A water type with bug coverage. I'm sure that makes it viable. So you get Slash, useless. Encore, useless. Aqua Tail? Okay. Retaliate? You get that as a TM, like, super early. Swords Dance, that's good. Hydro Pump, eh. You do get Stab, Waterfall, and Surf. What do you get over here? Ice Beam? Yay. Dig? Yay. Return? Yay. Aerial Ace. Facade. Scald? Well, that's good. X-Scissor, Dragon Tail, Grass Knot. Okay. By the way, bulky, slow, mixed attacker. This thing is so boring. So boring. I think Piplup's better in competitive, right? It's gonna go right here. So boring. They really did a horrible job with the Generation 5 starters. All of these guys are so lame. Like, so, Serperior is probably my favorite of the three, but it sucks! It sucks! Can we talk about the next thing? I'm gonna fall asleep. Alright, we'll move on to Chespin. Any good music for Chespin? Any Chespin music requests? I guess I'll call up Chespin. Wii Chess? Oh wait, this is a rip. Sorry. Does Wii Chess exist? Because they're all just memes. Over there? Over there. Oh, is this like a real song? I don't want to get copyright striked. Why would... Well, I guess it is a grass type, so Gusty Garden? Okay. Alright, guys. Are you ready? It's Chespin, the spiny nut Pokemon.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh, sick nut. Let's check him out. Okay, so he's like a physical attacker? What moves do we get? Vine Whip, Rollout, Bite, Leech Seed. Okay, and then it evolves, right? Definitely a physical attacker. Where's my res? 78 attack. It's already reaching Meganium levels of offense. Great work, Quilladin. And we get... Pin Missile. That's pretty useless. Needle Arm's kind of nice. Unfortunately, you can't flinch with it. Takedown's useless. Seed Bomb's good. And then you evolve. Get that thing off of my screen? Look at him, he's so cute! I think Quilladin is overhated. He's just a little guy. And then we finally have the Chestnut! Break yourself against my body! Oh my lord, this thing's slow. Alright, so definitely not a special attacker. What do we have here? Belly Drum! You would maybe consider doing that, I don't know. Alright, and we were... Alright, so you get Seed Bomb. Spiky Shield is its signature move. It's... fine? It's definitely not a bad signature move. It's basically just like super protect. Bulk up by level up's kind of nice. Body slam. Wood hammer, that's nice. Hammer arm, well, it's stab. I wish you got close combat. And then for some reason you learn spiky shield again. I don't know why. Alright, so what TMs do you get? Dragon Claw, that's weird. Bulk up, well, you can get it early, that's good. Solar Beam, no. Smackdown, that's coverage. Earthquake's good. Return, Dig, Brick Break. Why would you ever use Sludge Bomb? Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace, Facade, Low Sweep, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, Fling, Shadow Ball, Payback, Retaliate. Stone Edge, Gyro Ball, Sword Stance, that's good. Bulldoze, Rock Slide. Poison, Jab, Grass Knot. Power-up punch. So your best moves are Wood Hammer and Hammer Arm. And then you get, like, Earthquake coverage. Like... Here? Okay. Before you annihilate me, let me explain. So, Chespin is a starter Pokemon in the easiest games in the series. Like, you can't lose. But also, have you looked at Kalos's gym lineup lately? Okay, Gym 1, the Bug Gym. You lose the bug. Gym 2. Gym 2, unironically, is probably the hardest gym in the entire game. That's really pathetic, by the way. But it's a Rock-type gym, so you win? In quotes. But also, Tyrant goes neutral to Grass, because it's a Rock-type. And Amora has... Stab, Refrigerate, Boosted Takedown. So you probably take a lot of damage. You go neutral into Gym 3. You go neutral into Gym 4. You win against Clement. And then you evolve into Chestnut, where you die to Gym 6, you die to Gym 7, and you die to Gym 8. By the way, there's the Fire-type Elite Four member. And the champion has an Ice type, a Fighting Flying type, and a Fairy type. And, who's also a Psychic type. Chespin, you are lucky you are in the easiest game in the entire franchise. You get demolished otherwise. Oh my lord. Hey, but it'll get even better when Mega Chestnut drops. Get ready. I will say it is pretty good in competitive, because it gets access to Bulletproof. Which, Bulletproof makes you immune to Ball and Bomb moves. All of them are listed right here, how convenient. Probably the most useful ones on here for the Chespin line are... I mean, unironically, all of these moves, Chespin is weak to a lot of moves. And then you can, like, bulk out physical moves. You can just tank a ton of physical moves with Chestnut, and then hit back with your strong attack. Is this good enough? Potion Shop and Ocarina of Time. What does that sound like? I like the other one better. Alright guys, fun story about Finnegan. This was my first ever starter Pokemon. My first game was Pokemon X. I picked the Fire type because it looked cool, and it evolved into a furry. But I mean, I lived with it because this thing's pretty good. Magician is basically useless unless you go up against enemy thieves. 6260, really good. You get Ember, Flame Charge, Psybeam. You evolve. Oh, you don't get Psybeam yet, sorry. So you evolve. You're already competing with Meganium. This offense is better than Blastoise, by the way. Alright, you get Psybeam. You get Fire Spin, Shy Shock, Flamethrower, Fire Blast. What time is it actually? Oh, you know what? I think we'll actually pick up with Finnegan next time. I think this is gonna be a two-parter. Because I actually have things I need to do. Thank you. We'll continue probably Thursday. I'm sure people can't wait for the Quaquavel rating.